yourself.
Hey, everybody, it's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. My name is Ben Konowitz, and with me, as always, is the baby spice to my ginger spice.
Really? I always thought the baby spice was the cuter one.
Bradford Owen.
Aye, that's me.
The posh spice to my ginger spice. Nate Loucks.
I wanted to be the baby spice, but whatever.
You don't get to pick. I get to give you.
I know. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Also,
It's
you're
fine.
taking that David Beckham dong.
Yikes. It sounded like it was both a positive and negative.
Yeah, I wasn't
Right?
sure really
Yes.
how to take it. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure. Like he was also
Plus, you get to take that David
Yeah.
Beckham dong that hurts every time.
Of course. She's small.
And you know,
Why do you think they say he bends it like Beckham?
Ugh,
Oh man.
Oh no, that's not at all.
that's not
not at
not
all.
even a little
Not
bit.
at
No?
all.
That's
Maybe
a
a little.
movie with a little girl in it. So we do not
She's
talk
not
like that.
little.
I don't know that that's the narrative that you
That's your choice on that one. That's your choice.
Okay, representative
That's
from
where you're going
Alabama.
with that one, huh?
Is that what we're? She's
That's
not-
where you're going with that one. Huh?
Hey, she's not little.
I mean, I've seen Littler,
I've seen littler. I've watched movies with littler girls in it.
and we wonder why. We
Yeah,
wonder why our
That's-
listenership just dwindles.
Well, because Ben says stuff
We
like
got
that.
five. Yeah, we have 5 people on the podcast. There's 5 Spice Girls. Let me get through this. This Joe Mazer is the scary spice.
Amen.
To my ginger spice, which leaves Alex Pappas as the sporty spice to my ginger spice,
It's football, isn't it?
In it.
Yep.
and Brad is pedophile spice.
Yeah, baby spice.
Yeah, baby spice.
No. Take it down a notch.
Spice up your life.
No,
Oh,
They do
that's
say
just-
every boy, every girl, spice up your
No.
life. People of the world, spice up
No.
your life.
No.
I just
Ah!
don't believe that the Spice Girls are
Slam it to the
wanting-
left if you're having a good time.
No.
Shake it to the
think
right.
they're
Let me know that
wanting
you feel
any
fine.
Of your involvement in their life at
Pump
all.
it to the front. That's not the. But you know.
listen, Old Spice, you're fine.
Old Spice, you get it? That was
we
a good
should.
one.
We need to have the Spice Boys then.
No, we don't.
Old Spice,
I don't think we're
No, we're
good.
oregano, salt.
Bring on my man
Boys.
Paprika.
Cardamom. I'd like to be cardamom, please.
Popcorn, nacho cheese.
That's not.
It's a seasoning. You sprinkle it on popcorn.
That doesn't count.
I'm talking about.
I'm the one starting the Spice Boys. You don't get to tell me who's in my band.
I'm not in your band.
Okay, just because you started
Damn
it doesn't
straight
mean
you're
you
not.
perfected it.
Yeah, we perfected it.
You didn't perfect anything.
Yeah, paprika is a spice.
Paprika is part of the new Spice Girls.
Wait, is there really a new Spice Girl?
No.
Joe.
It's gonna be a
have
good
so
time
much
tonight,
difficulty.
everybody.
So anyway, this is a movie podcast. Where
We're a bunch
talking
of 40-year-old guys talking about.
talking about
Spice
kids.
Girls.
Talking about
Only
Spice
myself
Girls.
and Joe are allowed to guest now. It's just it's one or both of
It's
us.
true.
The only rules that are new.
Well, actually, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna, whenever we have 2 singular guests, we're gonna bring them back for a double.
Because Brad's like, oh, Joe and Alex, you mean? And in my head, I'm like, they were both just on.
I know, yeah.
I love it.
They're the only 2 listeners we
But
have
they-
left.
Yeah, like
They're the
it's
only
for
ones
me. I'm gonna,
Willing to come onto the show.
It's been a long time since we've had 2 guests.
It's nice. It is nice, actually.
Yeah.
takes the pressure off.
Yeah,
You're all-
and you don't have to
you
do
know?
anything, Ben, so it's like a normal episode.
Oh,
Wow. Guys, we talked about this in therapy.
That was very ginger spice,
Yeah,
Yeah, he's Ginger Spice.
but you said it.
yeah.
You were like
that's
my
why.
point.
It's
Oh.
like,
Your
your baby.
That's not what a
knows.
baby spice would
Yeah,
say.
baby
Bean
spice is
spice.
supportive.
Mama.
Okay,
That
Is that what Baby
Why
Spice
do you have
does?
to make,
You always
like
ruin
you always
it.
make things weird.
you also knew all of the lyrics.
I'm sorry, you're wearing an Afghan like a skirt.
You knew
Who's making
Like
things
a blanket.
weird?
No, I'm wearing it like a
Like
blanket.
oh yeah, with your like little foot sticking
Hold-
out, like
hold
you're
the
like
phone.
you're doing a burlesque
Brad,
show.
you knew all the
What are you
lyrics.
It does
talking
look a
about?
little
Why are
like
you
a
so-
burlesque
And then you-
Yeah, I knew all the lyrics to
with
the
a
Spice
foot.
Girls song because it's a popular ass song and it's a
then-
good group.
And then I'm like, baby spice, and
Hey.
you're like,
Guys, look,
what are you
hey,
doing?
I'll
I
tell
don't know
you
about
what
their
I want.
personal lives.
What I really, really want
You want to?
is to continue with the
wanna-
podcast,
you
please.
Hey, nice.
Oh, he wasn't doing a spice.
You see
Okay,
that?
sorry, I missed out there. Anyway, well, it's trailer time.
What?
Hey, Brad, you got a little sponsor?
Do I?
Do you have enough
It's
for the
Scottish.
whole class?
Do I?
Yes, partner.
That's not Scottish.
Oh, yeah, partner.
Oh, it's
Nope,
in a
still
fucking
there, not there.
plastic
You did this
bag.
last time, you
Oh.
dumb fuck. So shut up. Oh, you got caught on the wire. We did it.
Are we
What are you
sharing?
doing?
I was trying
I
to get it
think
on
we're
his
sharing.
Afghan skirt.
You did not even come close.
You didn't even try.
I tried my
Ooh,
best.
that's
You're-
cold.
You
can.
disappoint me and your dead father.
All right, guys, dig in.
Holy shit, that was good.
It's a chip. You want chip?
Let me be clear.
Yeah.
My father was never disappointed in me because he loved me, and it hurts you every day.
That's so badly.
This is a chip.
I know what this is.
Tastes like a chip.
I already know.
Is it
Oh,
Parmesan?
You know what?
I just like that all the crunching is just. You guys all.
All right,
into the
so what do
mic.
we have here?
What do you think we have
A
here?
bad time. That's what we have going on here.
Garlic Parmesan? Is it
Yeah, give me,
some kind of Parmesan?
give me kind of a hint here. Give me a.
Wait, when are we allowed to guess? Do we have to let?
No, you can guess anytime.
Oh
Joe.
no, there's no right or wrong here.
Joe
I'm into
knows.
this.
Joe says he knows.
Was that paprika?
It
I'm into
tastes a
these.
lot like stuffing. It tastes like stovetop stuffing.
Oh, okay.
You're kind of on the right path.
You're not in the right
turkey,
season.
turkey dinner
Joe, you're
flavored
not
chip.
in the right season though.
So as far as as
you
far
gotta-
Sage.
not the right meal.
Wait.
Think
Really?
think down on the
That's
farm.
terrifying.
Oh, chicken noodle soup.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it
no,
could
no.
That-
be.
Yep.
Wait, is that what you eat down on the farm? What do you?
I like them.
I kind of like them. Yeah.
This is so fun.
I do
Some-
not like them.
On a morning, you might.
You're eating them, Alex.
Is it biscuits and gravy?
It is
Oh,
biscuits and gravy, Alex.
yes.
Good
You didn't
job.
like them? I like them.
Gravy.
I love these.
so
So these,
good.
so these
We need to
chips.
Give me
Stop.
more.
I know.
Why didn't you bring the full bag?
So because they're mine, baby. So these chips first came out in 2015 as part of Lay's.
Oh my god, they're gone. You
do
ate
us
all of them.
do us a flavor
hungry.
contest, and this was the one that won that people voted for because it was so good. But it hasn't been back in 10 years. They finally brought it back. You can only get them at Dollar General. I got 2 bags, of course, because I'm just gonna munch these up like a little biscuit and gravy goblin.
Okay. all right.
And yeah, I think the flavor is right on. It tastes just like the pepper and the gravy and everything, and I love them. Alex,
No, but what
did
is
you
that?
love them?
No, I don't
That
like them.
Spice though.
It's
There- is
Pepper.
It, is it it's
Pepper.
sage.
thyme?
No, you're right. It's
Is it
sage.
sage?
Is
Yeah,
it sage?
It is. It's a sausage. It's
Sage.
but like it's fine. Like it does taste a little bit like biscuits and gravy, but I'm not a
Alex knows how to make like pretty good.
Yeah, I
biscuits
make
and
good,
gravy.
and also
Yeah, that's
like
fine.
also I'm not a fan of like whatever the dust is itself. Like I took like 4 chips and I had like a 4-chip bite,
yeah.
and like it instantly like mushed into like, and then I could feel the flavor dust. I would the bite.
That's
I
how
didn't like.
chips work.
You know
I
what
didn't like
these-
the bite. I didn't like it.
Last week we had a chip that Ben brought, and I forget the 7-Eleven chip. The 7-Eleven chip with that seasoning would have been fantastic.
because the actual makeup of the chip he was
Yeah.
complimentary.
A little
Oh,
bit more, a little
yeah.
bit more
It was a
structural
buffalo
integrity.
chicken.
It was a-
He didn't love
It was
that.
it was a more robust, crunchy ruffle.
Yeah,
chip.
if that was a crunchier chip, I might have been
Yep.
more on
Oh,
board.
Yeah, I
so
think it
you
would've been
like
better.
that? You didn't like that there was so much seasoning per like volumetric component
It felt
of
like
chip,
it
right?
felt like when you pour chocolate milk mix into the milk and like it all powder sits on top.
Oh, okay.
Like I put it
And
in
you
my
eat the
mouth
powder.
and like the chips got wet and they melted, but then there was still like flavor powder, and then I was like, this was a very
Brad loves
it's
that.
a very sciencey feel.
What's the last movie you saw, Ben?
Let's play a game.
No,
play a
no,
game.
no.
Let's play a game, Nate.
No.
Let's start. I have a game right up front.
All right, so I do have a game.
Yes.
Fine.
So the game is in the trailers. Real quick, the 2 trailers we're going to talk about later are what?
Spoiler alert.
It's fine. Nobody cares.
No, you should remind me because we watched like 6 and now
We
I don't
watched
remember
a
which
lot
ones
of
are the ones I
trailers.
have to
We
remember.
did watch a lot of trailers.
We
Yeah.
watched a biopic though. What was the biopic?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Springsteen, Man from Nowhere.
Is it biopic or biopic?
I thought it was biopic.
biopic?
It's a biopic.
No,
Um,
that's a
unnecessary.
procedure you
You're
get at the
thinking of-
doctor.
It's a biopic. But I'm a big fan of biopics, as they say in LaPorte, Indiana.
Why did you say that like whoever that does the song Fireball? Fireball. Biopic.
We love you, Nate.
Don't ever do that again. So I'm a big fan of these films, but I notice a lot of them are coming out. And so what I wanted to kind of put out there is, are you a fan of music, Brad?
In general,
Yeah. If you
you
like
ask me
music,
if I like music.
if you like music,
I enjoy music.
what's your favorite band?
Wow. I mean, it's
You
probably,
invited me to a concert the other day. I didn't go, but what were those bands?
Oh, I didn't get to go to see that concert actually, but those aren't my favorite bands. My 2 favorite bands that have been for a while are Foo Fighters and Weezer.
Why don't you like Death Cab?
I love Death Cab. I've seen Death Cab live.
But they're not like one of your favorite bands.
They were when I was in high school and college, but like since they're not really around much, these
No, they're
days.
still around. Yeah.
But they're not really making any music.
Ben,
It's
do you
fine.
like music?
Not really.
Okay.
That's too bad.
Joe, what about you?
I'm a big fan. Yes.
Okay, like who would you put in your like more favorite like music?
Hey, who would you put in your Mount Rushmore?
On my Mount Rushmore.
Not of dictators. Not of
If you
dictators.
Oh,
had a Mount
shoot, okay.
Rushmore that
I had
was
the
not
dictators
a,
all
no,
planned.
And that's the thing we have to clarify.
Okay, thank
Everyone has their Mount Rushmore of dictators.
By the way,
that spills
I
out of your
felt
mouth.
like everyone
no,
understood the
that
Mount Rushmore
spills out of your mouth without even
dictators.
thinking. You're like, fucking Mussolini.
Everyone
and Hitler.
understood the Mount Rushmore dictators.
I mean,
It's mostly because there's not a lot of competition.
I get it, but like also, so when I say Mount Rushmores, please don't think dictator like you normally would. Please think about the bands that you like, and then try to fill that.
Everyone understood the Mount Rushmore dictators. But Joe, who are some of your favorite bands?
So bands wise, probably Matchbox 20 is one of my favorites.
Okay.
I
Yep.
really, but artist wise, John Mayer's probably one of my
Gotcha.
favorites.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of
He's
Billy
got a
Joel.
song with Zach Bryan I love. Have you heard that
Oh,
one?
really? I haven't
Great.
heard that
I'll
one
send it
yet.
to you.
It's a
You'll
good
love
one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I have
it's
to
very
listen to that. There's others, but I'm on the spot and my brain doesn't work when I'm
It's
under
okay.
pressure.
No, it's okay. Alex, what about you, buddy? What's your favorite band?
I really like.
Or
the
some of your favorite
I
bands?
really like the Smashing Pumpkins. I really like the Talking Heads.
I thought it was gonna say
Yes.
Spice Girls.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see Ludacris in a couple weeks. I don't think that's a band.
I
but
do feel like those Smashing Pumpkins are going to have a biopic.
I would
I
hope
bet you
so.
right.
There's some drama there, right? And
Yeah.
he's weird looking,
Oh,
so
he's
you
so
gotta
odd.
like
Yep.
yeah.
That one day he's gonna get.
Yeah.
Another one I was listening to recently that I thought they're gonna have a great biopic was Fleetwood Mac. They're gonna.
Oh,
have
yeah.
totally. A
Kind of surprised
fantastic-
that
I think
hasn't
there's,
happened
I think
already.
there's rumors that it's coming.
Oh, well
All right,
done.
so this game is
The
about.
Oasis biopic. That's gonna be a good one.
This
I like
game is
Oasis.
I am going to give you the album names. You're going to tell me the biopic that was made.
It's Pearl
in-
Jam. I like Pearl Jam.
Okay, and then if you,
You didn't ask.
Good job, Ben.
I did ask him.
He just no. He said, "Do you like music?" And I said, "No." So we moved on.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
well,
what
Well,
it
you
was.
don't like music.
Oh,
Who
so
cares?
you're the piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not the jerk
Don't make
here.
me make me think Nate did something bad.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
you
yes
fell for it
and.
pretty easily.
I know, exactly. Very quickly, you took his side on this.
Well, I mean,
this
between
is one
between
of
this
our problems.
between
this
this
is one of
and
our problems.
between this and the revelation that you didn't watch Superstar after we recorded an SNL podcast about it, I'm really just upset
I
at
just
your
think that
deception.
it's so funny to me because I just said I like Pearl Jam, and then Brad's like, "Yeah, Nate, you fucking piece
I know.
of
It's
shit."
like so
Hey,
quickly.
yeah,
he's like-
I'm loyal.
he's so
I'm
quick-
loyal.
Yeah, why to him and not to me? I'm always good
I'm
to you.
loyal to
I'm
everybody.
always
That's
good
the
to you.
point.
You can't be loyal to everybody.
Watch me.
All right, so I'm going to give you album names. You tell me what this band is and the biopic that it's named after.
Okay.
Again, just beep in
Now, to be clear, is it always a band or can it be like a singular singer?
either one.
Because I'm
Okay.
seeing Ludacris, and that's not a band.
No.
No, but no. So it
Let's
could be
let's
either
A
play.
complete unknown, though. That's the one.
All right,
about
for
Ludacris.
example, here's an album title: A Night at the Opera.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yep.
Do you want the movie title?
Yep.
Or the band?
Both.
Oh, Queen,
Okay.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Correct. Wow.
Well
Are
done,
you a
dude.
Queen fan?
So,
I love Queen.
so you're giving us an album title from the band, and then we just have to say what.
Exactly.
The biopic.
So
The
this
biopic,
is like
got
I'm
it.
judging you whether or not you know the music and
Oh
the
yeah,
band. Yep.
I'll just sit this one out, boys. It's gonna be a great one.
Pearl Jam.
Yeah. Is it 10 or live or?
Sadly,
Name
Vitalogy?
one more. Okay, all right.
Better Man's already taken, so.
There you go.
All right, here we go. Madman Across the Water. Honky Chateau.
Brad.
No.
Rocket Man.
Wow.
Man, you're
Good
good.
job.
I know.
Jeez,
does it
really?
suck to play games with him? Who is the biopic on?
Elton John.
No, it sucks to play this game.
Exactly.
Well, to be fair, this requires a knowledge of music, not just movies.
I'm aware.
So.
Yeah, I think he
No,
knows
he's
what
not
fucking
dumb.
game.
He's
you
not dumb.
condescending
He's not
prick.
dumb.
I think you
No,
know.
but
to be
He
fair,
literally has a
Well, no.
PhD.
Well,
he has a
no.
PhD.
Hold on.
Joe,
Hold on.
Yes.
No,
Instead of just
no.
knowing movies,
No.
you
Hey, you idiot!
You dumb country hick.
No.
You need to fucking
The
know.
only one in the room that has a PhD
You need
is
to know
Joe Mazur.
music as well. Oh,
Joe,
for fucking
sorry.
heavens.
No, fuck you guys, because the complaint is that I know so much about movies. Of course I'm going to win the games. You have to know about music to win this one. So it's a difference of skill sets and
Look,
knowledge.
Hey, I was impressed, man.
Thank you. And
know,
he's
he was
the asshole. He's making me feel bad for knowing stuff.
Hey,
That's
you
because
took
he
his
only
side.
knows Pearl Jam.
And you took his side.
And this is the thanks I get.
Here's who I feel bad for. It's the listener. There's just no way that the volume setting on this episode is gonna be anything other
No,
than
there's
just
nothing
like
I can do. There's
I have
nothing.
to, I don't.
Upstairs, yeah.
I'm sorry. You got to put this on a 2, and then every once in a while you hear a lot of what we're saying.
This
you know?
is not a ghost. This
What
is
was
not
your
a go
favorite
to
part of the
sleep one.
episode? Oh, the part where I heard one of them talk.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of fucking screaming the entire, and it was from fucking Ground Zero.
9/11.
It was from 9/11.
Yeah.
Here,
This was the 9/11
Never
of
forget.
Go Flix Yourself.
But
Where were you for their loudest episode ever?
hey, and this one you can forget.
I'm gonna switch it up. All right, I'm gonna do actors from the biopic.
Okay.
Would that help you a little bit, buddy?
Is it still musical though? Are they still musical biopics
Yes.
of bands? Okay.
Yes, but I'll do the actors instead of the actual albums.
So great.
Hey,
One of them
I was having a
Nixon.
great time.
It's okay. What was the game you did the other day that
Roll-
even Brad
role play.
It was just one round of role play.
Yeah,
He
it
wrote
was
like 1/10 of a game,
Says the guy who
We
hasn't
love you,
written a
Ben.
game
That
in
was
5
great.
years.
and I'm doing great.
You piece of shit.
All right, here we go. This one is starring. Hold on, Reese Witherspoon.
Honky Dunk.
Yep.
Walk the line.
Oh.
Dang, man.
All right, moving on. Here is one. This one stars Kerry Washington.
Beep, beep.
Yep.
Dreamgirls.
Nope.
Shit.
Regina King. Jamie Foxx.
Ray.
Oh.
I
Beep,
did
beep,
it.
beep.
It was me.
Yep.
It was me.
Oh, it was?
Okay.
Sorry,
Yes.
I didn't beep.
It was. Well, you should, because that's how the game is played.
My bad.
Ray.
Correct. All right. Here we go. This stars Corey Hawkins.
Huh?
Yep.
Straight out of Compton.
By the way, has anybody else in here seen Straight Outta Compton?
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
I
I
haven't.
feel like we should go back to album names.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you? Hey,
Hey,
Alex.
I'm going to make it better for the guy who's already really good at movies.
I'm 100% positive had you named NWA's first album,
Yep.
I would have gotten that before Brad.
Yeah. So you would have gotten like Straight Outta. I mean,
If
honestly,
there's,
Straight
one,
Outta Compton.
if there's one thing that we know when we talk to Alex, it's that he's street.
Yeah, I'm the
All right.
street.
Here's
Very
some.
street.
Here's
Yeah,
some
very
album
street.
names.
I'm just saying.
We'll go back to album names.
Okay.
And
I
weirdly
really
enough,
have to get this one right.
NWA's first album, Polka from Memphis.
Oh, then I take it back. I'm wrong. Sorry, Brad.
L.A. Woman.
Me.
Yep. Me.
The Doors, Jim Morrison.
Yes. Who is Jim Morrison?
Who was he?
No, in the like.
Who's the
Oh,
actor?
Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Correct.
R.I.P.
All right, Alex wins. And so here's another one. This is really tough. La Bamba.
Ben,
Oh.
Yep.
La Bamba.
Nailed it.
Which was a biopic on who?
Richie Sambora.
Nah, it's close.
Is that not?
Richie Valens.
Ah, shit. I really thought that's what his name
Is
was.
that the guy from Bon Jovi?
Who's Richie Sambora?
He's the guy from Bon
Is he
Jovi.
Wait, who is it though?
He's the guy from Bon Jovi.
No. Who is the La Bamba guy?
Richie Valens.
Richie
Valens.
Valens.
Ricky Valen. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Is it Ricky Valen?
It's Vicky Valancourt.
It's Richie.
Vicky Valancourt? Okay, here we go. This is Back to Black.
Ben.
Yep.
That is AC/DC.
They don't have a biopic.
Oh, is it back
This
in
is
there?
actually a little bit different. It's not a biopic.
Ashley.
Amy Winehouse. It was a
Oh,
documentary.
man.
I threw a little lip sync in
Wow.
there.
Well, you
Well
should have.
done.
You should have gone with the biopic though, because she has a biopic.
Yeah, I know, but I.
Yeah, it's called Amy.
Who
Yeah,
plays
but,
Amy
yeah,
Winehouse?
but Nate wanted to do something special there.
Isn't it called Amy or is it called?
Is
Hey,
it
you
Sarah-
don't know. Well, you lose.
Amy Winehouse?
I don't
All right,
know.
last
Sarah
one.
Silverman.
Last one.
Here we go.
What, Sarah Silverman. What?
I never loved a man the way I love you.
Yeah, but what's the album?
Young, gifted, and black. Respect.
Ben,
Yeah.
Aretha. Oh.
I did know this one.
Yeah.
And it is Aretha Franklin.
What's the film called?
Respect.
Correct. It's starring
Aretha Franklin.
Jennifer Hudson.
Jennifer Hudson.
By the way, the name of the Amy Winehouse movie is Back to Black.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Who is Amy Winehouse?
It's not. It's
The
not
documentary is Amy.
it's not a known
Yeah,
person.
then that was a very
Oh.
big
her
documentary.
name. Her name is Marissa Abella.
Okay, so what is your favorite
Winehouse
biopic?
Wow. My favorite music biopic is probably either Walk the Line or Straight Outta Compton.
Walk the Line is my favorite.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you guys have a different one?
Does it have to be the music biopic?
As opposed to like just a
Just
random movie.
As opposed to a regular
Like
old
any other biopic.
Like
Oh, yeah.
Aviator, for example.
Oh,
No.
you love Aviator?
I'm not saying that. I'm asking as an example. 'Cause
I mean,
don't
I
know
mean,
the
I think a
parameters
musical
of the
biopic
The game was
will be
about
fun.
music biopic, so
Yeah,
I would
okay,
say, yeah.
Sorry.
Because we're talking about a trailer that's a music biopic. So it could be the most recent Bob Dylan one. What was that one?
Still
called?
haven't seen that one. Complete Unknown.
Complete Unknown, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, The Aviator is great, though.
I know.
I
Actually,
like-
I don't think I ever saw Rocket Man. And then what's the Bohemian Rhapsody?
Mhm.
Is that-
Bohemian
Mhm.
Rhapsody is whatever. But,
Okay,
Ra-
but I
Ra-
But
really
but
wanna
it
see Straight
did
Outta
win
Compton.
Rami Malek some awards though.
yeah.
But
That was the best thing about a Bohemian Rhapsody is Rami Malek found a way to seem like
A normal person.
He's
Such a weird guy.
Zing.
He's kind of odd. Yeah.
Take that, Rami
I
Malek.
love my favorite biopic
Actually,
is
Ray is mine.
It
Go
Takes a Village, and that's the Village People documentary.
ahead. Oh, I love that one.
Is Pearl Jam
So
in that?
good.
It's pretty good.
What
Ray
na-
is my favorite one.
Okay. What about you, Alex?
Straight Outta Compton, I think, is my favorite music biopic.
I still have not seen it. Is it great?
Oh,
Really,
it's so
dude?
good.
Well,
it
good.
is.
Oh,
It's
really?
Is it really good?
So
Yeah, it's
good.
really
I
good.
want to see it, but I've not seen it. So,
Yeah, that's very.
all right, that's your game, Ben.
Thanks, buddy.
Good game.
And I know that you wrote it thinking of me.
I
for
did.
sure.
I did. I
You
know
love-
how much
you
you
love
love
music.
them.
I do love music, and I love biopics about music,
Yep.
and no other genre of film.
Yeah.
So it's good. It was right up my alley. Thanks, buddy.
All right. Well, thanks so much for listening to the podcast tonight.
What's the last movie you saw? Joe.
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd ask that. I stayed up really late last night to watch The Hitman's Bodyguard.
Oh, good.
Did you see this yet?
Yeah.
Wait, is that a prequel to The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard?
No, actually, it's the opposite.
I said prequel.
It's
not.
a
The-
prequel.
The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard is the first one?
Yeah, but but it can't be a prequel because of that.
Oh, I was not doing a bit. Like, I thought that The Hitman's Bodyguard was the first one and The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard was the second one.
That's
is
what I thought.
So I
too.
said, is that a prequel to The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard? And then
And
you
I'm
said
saying
no.
it's not because they
Because
didn't
it's
make it
just the
after the
first-
original. It's
their
just the
first
first
one.
movie.
It's just the
Jesus
first
Christ,
one.
Jesus,
That's the
you-
definition
No, I
of the
get,
word.
I get
Romantical
the
piece of
That's the
confusion.
shit.
definition of the word.
Boys, you
Let
love
the
each
jo-
other.
Let the joke
it's
go.
okay.
Let the joke go.
No one calls Star Wars
Good
a
God.
prequel to Empire Strikes Back because that's not what the word
Oh
means.
my God, you pedantic piece of
You
shit. Let
stupid
the joke.
fuck.
I don't like joke.
I don't use words how they mean.
Good God.
Hey, Joe, you look really shitty today. Sorry, I meant happy, but I used the word shitty to mean happy. Because I don't know what fucking words mean.
It's so lost in being
Damn.
right that you
Thanks,
can't
Brad.
even acknowledge anything funny.
And you get so lost in English as a language.
So anyways, The Hitman's Bodyguard, quite good.
Why
And
the fuck did you watch that movie?
I'll tell you why.
It was
Because-
a prequel to the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.
You wanted to know the groundwork, lay the foundation.
No, because I love Ryan Reynolds and Sam Jackson, and I wanted to see them hang out together in a car for a while, and I thought it would be really funny, and it was.
Well,
I thought it was. No, shut up. Listen,
But
because
Brad doesn't like movies, though.
Hold on.
Yeah, Brad
I
does not
watched.
like
I
movies.
also watched somewhat recently. I watched Mile 22 with Mark Wahlberg,
mhm.
and so
Classic.
I purposely picked this one because I thought it served as a good foil to that film because they are somewhat similar.
Wait,
in,
did you
in
mean
the
two?
concept.
Did you mean Two Guns?
What?
No, he watched Mile 22.
Mile 22, starring Mark Wahlberg.
Because I felt like Two Guns is a more apt
Directed by
representation.
Peter Berg.
If you're trying to compare the two films,
He wanted
'Cause
something different.
I
thought
wanted
he was
a
trying to
foil.
compare the two.
I
No,
wanted
he said a foil.
a contrast.
I don't know what that means though.
Yeah,
contrast.
no
Well,
shit.
you don't have a doctorate.
Oh, that's true. Is it because it's wrapping it in foil?
Yeah, it
Okay.
keeps it warm
Yeah, okay.
after you cook
like
and
a
kind of
baked
lets it finish the
potato.
process.
Gotcha.
I'll tell you what Two Guns isn't. It's not a prequel.
Is it a pre-bake wrapped in foil?
I don't even know what Two Guns is.
It's Denzel
Two-
Washington
and
and
Mark
Mark
Wahlberg.
Wahlberg.
No, you're kidding.
Yeah.
I'd have to watch that next. Thank you.
and he will love it.
It's like an anti.
I will
It's like anti-foil to Mile 22.
I love it.
It's
Anti-foil.
100% an anti-foil.
Coined
You are
anti-foil
right.
as a
I'm learning
word.
words.
Yes.
I'm learning
I love
words.
it.
It's fine.
Anti-foil.
Mile 22 is like this really serious film, right? Where Mark Wahlberg is trying to bring this. What's his name? The martial artist that I can't remember his name.
Steven Seagal.
Jackie Chan.
Steven Seagal.
No, he played the character is Lee Nor. He's the Raid. What is his freaking?
He's the Raid.
Iko Uwais.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That
Ego
guy.
was.
That guy.
Ronda Rousey.
Ego Uwais.
Anyways, very serious film. Cool. And then this is like totally the other direction,
Yeah,
which I
it's
love.
silly
Because
Some would say a
blockbuster.
foil.
even the image on when you go to like Netflix or whatever. Is it Netflix?
Sure.
Whatever. When you go to the streaming service, the image is from the Bodyguard, right? Like you know this, right? Have you seen this?
I've seen it.
Have you seen The Bodyguard starring Kevin Costner and Winnie Houston?
Listen, if anybody's in the room and hadn't, they can fucking leave. That movie's a classic.
Thank you. And
I...
yeah, that's right, exactly. And the image on the front on the movie case is
Him holding her.
and
Yes.
so this is already. I know it's going to be
Already his expectations were high.
Sky high.
My point is they know that they're going to be making fun of themselves, and it's really funny. I
Yeah.
just enjoyed it because I love Ryan Reynolds. He's very funny. Samuel L. Jackson is Samuel L. Jackson
Yeah.
as classic as he uses the word motherfucker probably 1,000 times in the film. They even make a joke about him using the word motherfucker. Favorite part, though, I wanted to tell you was when he says he is harm's way. Did you see it? So you've seen it. You've seen it. Who else has seen
I've
it?
seen it.
Everyone's seen it?
Everyone's seen it, Joe.
Dang.
You're in
wow.
harm's way. I am harm's
I
way.
It's
am
a movie
harm's
with
way.
Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson in it. Everyone's seen it.
I thought it was like ahead of the game. Dang, man.
No.
That's how
Yikes
back
and dikes.
behind things I am. Man.
No, I didn't hate this movie. I just didn't think this.
Thank God.
I just didn't think the script was as clever as it should have been. Like, I think when you have people like Ryan Reynolds and Samuel Jackson in a movie like this, then like that script better be fucking tight and it better be hilarious. And like it had its moments and the action is solid, but there was just something about the comedy that I didn't feel like landed as firmly. And I think Ben would probably agree.
I loved it.
No, you didn't.
No, it's it's. I agree with Joe that I totally wanted to see those two people hang out.
Yes,
those are two
exactly.
amazing people to put in a car together. I wish the script was better for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
It was fine. I don't. It's not super memorable to me. Like I've seen it once, and I don't think I'll ever rewatch it again. But
Yeah.
I remember being entertained in the moment and then moving on.
The
You know?
reality, though, is it made $200 million
Yeah.
off of a like $35-40 million budget.
Enough to
And
do
that's why
it.
they
Yeah.
made the second one.
Enough to do a pre-sequel.
Yeah, so it was enough to make a second.
A pre-sequel.
Yeah, pre-sequel is just called the second in the series.
I like that.
Technically, that would have to take place.
Fuck off and die.
Brad's allowed to say technically.
Alex,
Yes.
what's the last movie you saw, buddy?
Last night, I watched the 2024 remake of The Crow with Bill Skarsgård.
Fuck yeah!
It-
Finally, some cinema.
It was
I really hope Joe's over here like, I like that movie.
terrible. It
Uh,
was unbelievably bad.
So the only, and I say this not knowing how it really is, but this, my opinion would be, the original was really only famous because Brandon Lee died filming it.
Yeah,
I kind of feel that way.
It
Like,
would have
I agree with
absolutely
you.
just
I'm
been
glad you put
such
that
a
out
fucking
there. I'm
failed
glad you
movie.
put that out there because it's not
Nobody
a
would
great
know
film.
about The Crow if that
I mean,
didn't happen.
but
Agreed.
it did have a following other than that though.
But
So
it
there's-
would have. Do you feel like it would have been pretty forgotten about?
It had a following
Sure.
because it's a comic book and there's a bunch of nerds, but like it was not a good film.
Nate's just disregarding
I
the entire
think
audience.
that the original Crow
Could have hoped
yes,
for Spawn level success.
It was a
Well
Spawn
played,
was a
yes.
Spawn level thing that
Yeah.
happened to have a tragedy that surrounded that bumped it up a little bit. But there is a hard aesthetic to The Crow. Like if in your head right now,
Oh, did you want to
you
turn
can
all? You want to
picture
turn
The
all
Crow.
the lights off in the
Like,
in, the,
yeah.
in the movie?
Like, you can see
and
it.
then every once in a while, like, oh, Zack Snyder didn't design this, but it feels like it.
And like if you were to come to me and you were to say we remade The Crow and you can tell because it's bad, just like The Crow, like I guess that's true. But like this was bad in a way that like we didn't have to do this, and like we
So
didn't
it's
have
not
to do
even
the
so
first Crow
good.
either. So why are we
It's
doing
not
this
even
one?
so bad. It's good.
Oh man. So like Bill Skarsgård is like a combination between Jared Leto's Joker and Pete Davidson. And like
sold.
I was saying, none of those
no,
words I
it's-
like right now.
It's weird. It's so I mean,
To be clear,
all the
actually,
choices.
I love Pete Davidson.
No, you should.
like
But
no,
not-
Pete
but not in The
Davidson's
Crow, though.
fine.
No,
But
no,
like
Pete Davidson, The Crow, sign me up. If Pete Davidson played
Actually, yeah, I
the
would've been there for this.
titular character, yeah,
no, it's disjointed.
go
It's
kill those men. Okay,
it's poorly edited. It's incoherent. Like none of it makes sense. Like it starts in the craziest place, it ends in the craziest place. It's like symbolism thrown at the scene for the sake of symbolism. Like, the movie begins with a dying horse. And, like, it's just it's just a white horse that's dying in a field. And, like, you see it, and you're like, okay, dying white horse. And then, like, occasionally through mini flashbacks, whenever crowing is occurring, whenever it's time to crow, we flash back a little bit.
Crowing
It's
is
time
occurring.
to crow.
And
I think that's a Peter Pan.
And every
remake.
once in a while, we'll flash back to the horse.
Well, you
but
see
then,
him
like,
being led to
it's
water the
just-
whole time,
it's
but you never saw him take a
mind-boggling.
drink, and that's the problem.
Everybody, no one should watch it. Like, no, it's not even. It's not even so bad that it's good. And I almost want to be able to recommend it because, like, it's so insane. And, like, if you have seen The Crow at any moment in time, like, it's pretty straightforward. A weird goth and his girlfriend are murdered by some gangsters. The weird goth comes back to life, kills the gangsters. He might be a superhero, right? Like, he's undead in a weird way.
Thanks for ruining it for me.
Well,
This-
originally the title to that was Revenge.
Right. Well, which I would have watched for
Great
for
fucking
sure.
joke.
He's so mad that it's a good
So, like,
joke.
maybe if you were like hardcore into The Crow, like, you should watch this just to be like, that's what they
done to
did
my boy.
Well, no,
That's
just
what they
like,
did to my boy.
you could have redone The Crow. There were so many things you could have, and like what they did was, so like iconic image of The Crow. Like, describe The Crow.
Black wings.
Yeah, and like
Yeah, white
the
paint on the face.
character,
White,
like
white
the
paint
guy,
face.
Looks like
white
Sting
face
from the
paint,
wrestling.
Yeah, yes.
like a trench coat, right, and like
Yep.
ominous gothy stuff.
Big candy cane.
Bill
Nope,
Skarsgård.
nope, missed out. Keep going.
Bill Skarsgård spends most of the movie walking around with all of his tattoos, right? In a bright blue members only jacket that says "Goon" on the back of it.
Upgraded.
Yeah. This sounds like a nice change of pace. To
It
me.
is wild. It is wild. He lives in a mannequin factory, which fits with The Crow.
Okay,
theme,
well,
at
you're
least.
not really turning me off yet.
But
so.
like, oh, it's just.
Do you
it's
want
just-
to come up with a reason for me to not watch the movie?
It is
because so
crazy.
far 4 for 4.
I think what's particularly frustrating hearing that it was so bad was that, like, they've been trying to do a Crow remake for like over a decade, if
And it's not
longer.
hard.
Yeah.
Revenge. You love revenge movies. I should have
I
been able to look at
love-
you and been like, dude, he goes crazy, he comes back to life, and he kills 1,000 gangsters
Yeah.
with
That-
crows.
it writes itself. It
Right.
writes itself.
Very similarly, for the longest time, there was this thing going around Hollywood where we were redoing Death Wish. Charles Bronson from the 70s, 80s, tremendously successful series. And I had heard by reading, it was the most incredible script anybody had ever read. And when the movie came out, it was such dog shit that I was like, who fucked this up along the way? Because it just became this Bruce Willis piece of shit movie towards the end of his career when it had the opportunity to be epic. And so if The Crow had been trying to be remade for so long, you would think that, oh, they finally got it locked in. Nope. Somebody finally failed upwards and just did it.
It literally felt like a movie that was
sucks.
written, and then at the end they're like, no one's going to finance this unless there's an IP attached to it. So, like, let's attach the crow
It's
to
the
it.
Crow.
And, like, we'll bring him back to life. We'll throw some digital crows in there, and, like, now he's the Crow.
And the director's like, listen, as long as we don't lose the horse,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, which, oh, guys.
I love Digital Crows. It's my favorite band.
Yep.
How many did you take a tally of them? Was it a digital counting crows or?
I like the Counting Crows.
Well done.
Put that on my list, Nate.
Put that on my Mount Rushmore. Digital counting crows.
I like that you used failing upwards because that's like kind of tragic in the movie
is.
world.
Yeah,
like,
it
totally
sucks.
though. It's on point.
Yeah. Bradford, what's the last movie that you saw, buddy?
The last movie that I saw was technically Superstar, which we watched
Fair enough.
for our Saturday Night Live.
Well, some
podcast.
of us did.
As it was a big surprise, and now I don't trust you.
I got through the 10-1 episode, and then I told Brad at the end, I didn't actually watch it. I just did a lot of research. And I watched about 20 minutes of YouTube clips, like, over and over again.
That's how he watches movies these days, anyway.
I watched my movie this time, though.
It was my movie.
What'd you watch?
Shut up, Baby Spice.
The last movie I saw was Superman 3, and
Why?
to
To be clear, Superman 3, like the Richard Pryor.
correct.
Okay.
It's been forever since
Sure.
I've seen
No, since anybody.
any of the Superman sequels.
Anyway. Oh, have you been watching them all?
Yeah, so I rewatched them because
God, what's it like to have that kind of time?
and I love it. Like, I feel good. I wake up and I'm excited about my life. So I have a new podcast.
Hold on.
whiskey and take a big old
I love it.
So I have a new podcast that I've been doing with some people.
Continue.
Some people from Slash Film, because since Slash Film podcast is only weekly now, we don't have water cooler episodes like we used to with some like general chit chat, because the listeners like when the staff would get together and talk about what they'd seen, what they'd been reading, stuff like that. And so we have a new Ben's mouthing that he hates me. You can probably hear it if you turn your volume up real.
What are you saying?
Fucking hate you.
I'm just whispering in the mic.
Yeah.
I fucking hate you. I'm so jealous of your stupid fucking life. Like I have so much and it's not
You
enough
get paid.
because I'm learning. It's just like I don't do anything I want to do
Hey,
anymore.
let's just do Freaky
Ben,
Friday.
I think we need to have a talk, man.
You take it all away.
Let's trade for a week.
I would. Yeah, and you know what? And you're like, oh, I wouldn't want to do that, Ben, because maybe like I'd burn your business. You're going, do it.
No, actually, what I'll do is I'll just take the money, put it in my account, so when I'm back in my life, I still have
It's
Ben's
your
money.
life with my money, and now you're very happy.
The best of both worlds.
I 3D print myself some kick-ass elf armor, and I transfer over some funds.
By,
and then,
by the way, when we switched lives, I gave you all my shit. And now that we've switched back, I've got all my shit that is now mine. I want to watch that movie
That was pretty
where it's
good.
Freaky Friday and one person just shits the bed, takes full advantage, no thought, there's no growth, there's nothing about, no redeeming qualities. And one
good.
character just gets fucked over hard. No lessons were learned.
I would love it. I love it. But no, so we have a new podcast called Pop Cultured, where we just talk about that kind of stuff, what we've seen, what we've been eating, video games we've been playing, all that kind of shit. And so,
I'm sorry, you talk about what you've been eating?
yeah, it's like it's a whole list that we go through. We just because like because of my
So you talk about films.
junk food.
You talk
stuff.
about the food you're eating.
So yeah, and so we're doing some additional
You
episodes.
talk about trailers
that
too?
will be we don't.
I mean, it seems like a little bit
format-
derivative. Derivative to me, but it's fine.
Format is completely.
Hey, every once in a while we talk about TV shows, but one of our people really doesn't like it when we talk about TV shows.
I mean, we talk
I don't
about
know. I don't.
snacks. We
That's
talk
an
about
original idea
films.
that we didn't. No one's
We
ever
have a
come up
good
with.
time. We
how many of
hang
these guys
out.
are white? Just out of
Yeah. How many?
curiosity.
How many of them are white, Brad?
Most.
Are you the only non-white member?
Yeah,
Oh,
actually.
you son of a bitch!
But we do have a lesbian.
So do we.
That's a good point. Sorry, Nate.
Nate's haircut a lot of times.
But no, so it's as one of the bonus episodes that we're gonna have under a Patreon, we did a Superman ranking, and so just to refresh myself, I wanted to go back and watch the old ones because I hadn't watched them in a while.
Do you have more fun with them?
No.
Be honest.
No. I will say I had a little bit of a new appreciation for Superman 2 because I realized that so much of its DNA is in Spider-Man 2, the Sam Raimi one with Tobey Maguire. And it just has its heart in the right place. It feels a little cheaper than the first Superman, and the action doesn't quite come together. Some of that's because it's not really Richard Donner's movie. It became Richard Lester's movie. But I think 2 is better than people remember, even though it's still not as nowhere
love
near as
2.
good. 2's good. It's
Yeah.
good.
Wait, can you elaborate on the Sam Raimi Superman 2 thing?
Dude, no.
So-
Why would you ask that?
Sorry.
Yes, he can.
2-hour podcast. Here we go.
Basically the long and short of it is just that it's a very earnest movie, and the way it utilizes Superman as a character, because you get the Spider-Man No More storyline in Superman 2, the way it utilizes Lex Luthor as a co-villain who assists General Zod in the same way that Harry tells Doc Ock where Peter Parker is,
Oh, yeah.
and just the general vibe, because it's an older Superman movie. Sam Raimi really tapped into that like earnest gee whiz side of Peter Parker, and like especially I think the one moment that really encapsulates what the attitude of Superman 2 is when Peter Parker has that montage where he's doing well in school and everything, set to raindrops keep falling in my head.
Yeah.
That's like the kind of attitude that Superman 2 has.
Yeah.
But like some of the story beats are similar, so
I
there's
just love
a lot of
that you used the
crossover.
word encapsulates.
Oh, thanks. But I watched Superman 3 as the last one I watched because I had seen 4 a lot before just because it's hilariously bad.
That's Quest for Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I watched it when I was a kid. But Superman 3 I didn't really remember much of, and it's just not good.
Who's the foil?
Richard, well, so
The third one.
The meta AI is really working hard over there.
Well done.
Is it?
it's like a little alarm went off and it said, "Oh, I can use it."
What? I was just asking who the foil was. I know.
Nuclear Man, can't put that in the microwave.
Yeah.
Because
No,
it's
that's
foil.
the fourth one. That's the fourth
so
one.
good.
So the
Yeah,
Nuclear
the fourth
Man.
one's the sun guy. The third one is
fourth one.
well.
Ugh.
Of course
Nobody
I do.
likes them.
I'm
So
sorry.
Alex looks directly at Joe's face and says, "No one likes the fourth one."
Yeah, you don't.
So
You're wrong.
Serious as he's ever said
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
on this podcast.
Yeah. Like,
the main villain of Superman 3.
I no longer love you, and no one likes the fourth
Joe,
Superman.
whatever this is between us is over.
it's over.
And I
right now.
no one likes the fourth
I
Superman
like the
movie.
fourth Superman. We're done. I don't know. What
Your
to tell you.
father didn't make it out of surgery,
Yeah.
and no one likes the
No one
fourth
likes
Superman
fourth
movie.
Superman.
So the bad guy in Superman 3 is Robert Vaughn. He's basically the Lex Luthor of this one, from Bullet and
Yeah, because
Magnificent Seven
Hackman
and
wouldn't
stuff.
come back for 3.
Yeah, well, Hackman
Yeah.
was barely back for 2. So
Well,
Yeah, I don't know if you saw his performance in 2. Someone
There-
said he wasn't even there.
there are lines actually in ADR that he did
Oh,
not
yeah,
do,
of course.
and
Yeah,
you
like
can
imitate,
really
yeah.
tell.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
But
2's really screwed up.
But Richard Pryor is also kind of a villain. He's just trying to help himself because he's having a tough time, and he doesn't really want to like hurt Superman.
Yeah,
or
it's
anything.
not about
and
that.
he backs off.
He's
of
just
it
being
and-
selfish
yeah.
in the movie. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just not great. There's a weird thing where like Superman gets drunk because he touched some kryptonite.
That's not that weird.
That turned him into Dark Superman, and so then he fights Clark Kent in the junkyard because it's like he's fighting himself.
Yeah.
and-
It's there's a lot of inner turmoil there.
yeah. So it's a real weird.
3
weird.
is fun because it's like a good example of like when business notes started to enter like blockbuster filmmaking, because it's literally like Richard Pryor is hot. We need
Yeah.
to do something with Richard
And
Pryor.
Richard Pryor is smart enough in that year, what, 84,
Right.
86? Let's just say mid-80s. Richard Pryor is smart enough to be like, how much money? Yes,
Yeah.
I don't need a script. You know, because again, kind of like the character, I'm doing this for me. If it's a bad movie, I'm gonna get this money. Like
Agreed.
he got it.
Yeah. Funnily enough, too, there and this was kind of going around at the time. You're essentially really right about that because Star Trek 4,
Yep.
they originally wanted to be an Eddie Murphy vehicle
Oh,
because
sure.
Eddie Murphy was such a huge
Whoa.
thing.
Yeah.
And he was going to be the one who like is in San Francisco when they're looking like for Spock and like showing
you
them around. and
serious?
Instead of
But-
saving the whales, they were gonna save Eddie Murphy, and Eddie Murphy played every character. They're gonna save Eddie Murphy and Eddie Murphy and Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
And it was the clumps.
Actually, his character
like the clump.
Donkey
I love the
originated in that.
clumps.
Which is cool because in the new Tom Holland Spider-Man, Nate Bargatze is going to be in it as the villain, and he's just playing himself as
Yeah.
the villain.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're just like
I don't even really know like where Web comes from. You know, is it like
It's just like, yeah.
I don't know, I'm pretty dumb. I don't think you want to have. A
My wife
conversation with
really
me.
likes Spider-Man, and I'm kind of like, I don't know, babe. And she's like, you're an idiot. And I'm like, you're right. Anyways.
like so like he's like a Spider Man, like a man sized.
We don't
Spider?
do good Nate Bargatze
I
impressions.
say none of this is
None
very
of this
good
is
Nate
funny.
I'm not sure anyone
Bargatze.
can
No,
do.
nothing.
No, it's just from
nothing here
Tennessee.
is
That's not
good
an
It's
impression.
hard to impersonate because he's very funny.
Like
Yeah.
I
And we're
want,
not.
I'm so glad that you said that because I'm like, dude, they think they're doing good. Nate Bargatze.
Well, I think I am.
I'm happy with mine.
You shouldn't
You're,
be.
it's
Leave
not
it in.
good at all.
Roll it out.
Yeah, leave it in, roll it out. Yep.
Rawhide. So yeah, Superman 3.
Superman 3, last movie you watched.
Yeah, we love Superman.
All right, Nate. What about you?
No one likes the fourth one.
I like the fourth one.
Do you really?
It's the
Yeah,
one
Nate.
with
That was
the
kind of
sun
the
guy,
whole part of the
I
podcast you were
just
not
don't
listening
understand. No, okay. So
Look,
anyway,
I was like 8, and I.
but
liked
after that conversation, you still want to lean into that.
I
that
just-
you like.
no,
Joe
all I'm
Joe
saying
keeps
is
a lot
I'm
of the
willing to
opinions
give
he
it a
had
try.
when he was 8.
All right.
I really like.
What's
it.
your favorite
Just
food?
go ahead,
Fruit
Nate.
snacks.
Scooby snacks. Do you like Scooby snacks?
What's your favorite drink? Shirley Temple, but only from this restaurant.
So I was
Before my parents split.
Ben. Have you
Man.
ever wanted something so bad
Yes. Sorry.
that it was like you would almost do anything to get it?
Yes.
I watched a film that was given to me by my friend Ben.
Got it right this time.
It was a film called The King of Comedy by Martin Scorsese. Boys, have you seen this film?
Oh, yeah,
course.
but like it was like a
Yesterday.
long time ago.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen
it's a
that.
1982 film.
I haven't seen that
so-
movie since I saw
Scorsese,
Joker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
which is the same film.
Yeah, De Niro, right? Yeah. Mhm.
So this is a film, starring Bobby De Niro, directed by Martin Scorsese. Robert De Niro plays a comedian who becomes obsessed with trying to get famous, honestly. And in his view, to get famous,
He has to do Superman 3.
he has to get on TV, like essentially a late night show host starring Jerry Lee Lewis. And
Wait, Jerry Lee Lewis? Or
No.
Jerry Lewis, sorry, Jerry Lewis.
Okay.
That's a different person.
I was gonna wait for a little bit, and I was like,
Taylor.
because I've been kind of fucking up tonight.
No, I
don't-
didn't
I
want to
didn't wanna
I've had a
correct
couple
them.
drinks.
82 is
Two
this
beers.
film?
I'm
The
not
King
good
of
with Jerry
Comedy?
Lewis's.
What?
What's the film?
The King of Comedy,
The King of
1982, Martin Scorsese, starring Robert De Niro.
You kidding?
Early Martin Scorsese,
Oh,
right?
wow. Okay.
Not even early.
I
Just,
mean, it's pretty early.
I mean, Raging Bull's 80. This is just. Peak.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like one of his first
This
five
is just
films.
peak Martin Scorsese.
No, this is his first five films, right?
Yeah, peak.
I don't know if it's.
When you
I
look
think
at
you're
Brad
both
like
a little
that with
right.
authority.
Fuck off. Well, Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, and King of Comedy come out, and it's
Well,
like,
you
well,
think his most recent films aren't any good?
Irishman sucked.
Oh, that's not true at all.
Whoa,
See, you're,
are we getting into like a
All right,
Yeah.
Brad.
Nate
come-
wins this one.
Yeah, I
Don't
want to
s-
see,
don't-
I wanna
don't
see a 99-year-old man convincingly pull off a fight.
Oh, but if Predator shows up, you'll jizzle over the fucking wall.
yeah, I would.
Was Predator in?
Hey guys, you see Irishman? It had a digitally de-aged Predator, and it looks so good. Oh my god, my balls just leaked everywhere.
That's
For
what
the
I-
record,
That's what I said.
for the record, Ben thinks The Irishman, The Wolf of Wall Street, The Departed, The Aviator, Gangs of New York are all bad films.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
I said that this is peak Scorsese because it is.
Wait,
How are those not peak Scorsese?
I didn't say they weren't.
what do you?
just always peeking?
What is
pause,
this?
Pause. Gangs of New York could be a good film and still not be Scorsese's peak. But I'm kind of confused because he said it's a bad film.
I know.
He doesn't like anything that's more recent
This is
than
not
the
true.
1980s.
He's lying. He's lying.
No, you said it's peak, which means it is peak. Then it goes
Peak?
down
He's-
from there.
he's-
No. But that
he's-
doesn't mean it
he's-
goes down into like
Exactly.
steep gradient.
Oh, so you're just gonna say it just
It
stays
goes-
up?
It could go down like.
well, I do like
slowly.
that.
I
Yes.
like that, but then there's no peak for Scorsese. All of his films are great, which I think most of us would agree with.
That would be a plateau.
It's very rare.
That would be a plateau. Someone called it a butte.
PhD in
Mesa.
geology, just so we're clear.
What would you say is there a plateau for Scorsese? Is there a 3-film run that he did not do well on?
A 3-film run?
Yeah, because I think it's got to
No,
be
that
like
he
more than
did
one.
Wait. That he did not do well.
Not.
Yeah, that's
That's
what I'm
a
saying.
valley.
Like
That
that,
would
that
be
you
a
would say is a
valley.
dip, like a dip.
What do you know about landforms?
What do you know about land?
How would you describe Scorsese's archipelago? Like, if you really were looking at it, where would you really isolate?
From 30,000 feet from the airplane.
yeah,
where
we're
would
just
you,
gonna
if
look
you
down on
overarch,
it,
where would you
and
look?
there's like a bit of tundra over here, and you're like, well, Tarantino's done like a peninsula, and he's got like a little
Because
thing.
maybe
Brad,
you can
what-
say the Age of Innocence isn't great, but Casino's great. So like, you
Casino's
can't-
awesome, yeah.
So you can't say like.
I don't know that he's ever had a 3-movie.
What
That's
if
what I'm
he's
saying. Like, is
never
there a dip?
peaked? Because he's always going up. There's never been a
So
peak.
if he's always going up, then that's not peak.
I
It's not peak
didn't say
Scorsese.
This
I
is
think
the
what we
most
can agree on
insanely
is
stupid
Ben
conversation
was
we've
very
ever fucking
what
had
you
on.
said
I'm
was
sorry.
dumb.
Hold on. Let's not say things we can't take back.
like because 10 minutes ago we were really on the Crow remake
yeah.
and having real good salient points about that. I don't know that Scorsese's ever had a better like I don't know, man. It's just a better era.
Raging Bull's the king of comedy, and After Hours you think are his 3 best.
Taxi Driver.
But Taxi Driver is.
I mean, The Last Waltz was just before Raging
So you got
Bull,
New York between Taxi Driver and the King of Comedy.
Yeah, he's never had a 3-film run.
That's what I'm saying.
There's
There's
a
never
flop.
been.
There's been like one where it's like, it's not
It's
so good,
fine.
but
It's fine. It's never bad, but it's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a
So
film.
middling. No, the King. So I think the King of Comedy is better than people think when they talk about Scorsese films.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Scorsese. I've
I
not
think
seen
a
this
lot of
one.
people have like their Mount Rushmore of Scorsese films, and this would never be even close
Would
to
you
it.
put it on his?
I
top
wouldn't
4?
put it on his top 4, but I would put it close. It's incredible.
Yeah,
this
it really
movie
is
is
super
incredible.
good.
What
You
I
should
loved
go
about
watch
this
it.
too is it was only 109 minutes, so it wasn't super long, right? He's getting a little longer as he's getting a little older.
Yeah.
But this is a great film. This is actually Robert De Niro also in a film that like in a role that I don't like. I just didn't expect him in.
Yeah.
Right.
It's very good.
He's playing a comedian Again, Jerry Lewis is in this. Another actress that's in this that I've never understood. I know she's a comedian, but like where she got her kind of like her notoriety from was Sandra Bernhard.
Sandra Bernhard.
Yeah.
Popular topic on this show. I've brought her up a lot of times.
We do love Sandra Bernhard.
And
I really have, by the way.
Is this really the peak for her, you think? Or like is this
I mean,
the
she
thing
was
that
Let's
brought
not get
her
back into peak conversations because that was a 10-minute
I mean, I think
tangent
it's
last
not a
time.
is this a peak
Sandra
for
Bernhard's never had a 3 special. No, this was around the time when she was
because
like,
she got a
big.
couple of award nominations
Yeah.
for this,
She-
and
she-
she was good. She was very
and then
good.
she was able to kind of take this and make a name for herself moving forward as
I
like
remember
a
from Roseanne,
kind of peak
like,
comedy.
Yeah,
She
I mean
peaked with her
the
comedy there, and yeah.
the 80s was a big time for stand-up comedy
Yes.
too. So
Yeah. And again, I was young, so I wasn't listening to a lot of stand up. So she must have been a pretty big name in that day.
Yeah.
She was, yeah.
But she was great in this. So it was interesting because again, I wasn't sure. She's just one of those people that for most of my life she's been around, but I wasn't sure because she was kind of, I mean, to be maybe a little unfair to her, a little bit middling for a lot of her career that I've known her.
Mhm.
She's been in roles, but not like.
I think that she did a lot with what she was given as
Yeah.
But
far
when
as
she was given this role and doing this, I'm like, oh, I get it. Like she was great in this.
she's very talented.
So I really enjoyed this film. I'm so glad I watched it. I would have never watched this unless it was assigned to me.
It's great. No,
And-
I really do think it's a great film.
Do you think at the end the vision that was a vision? This is a common question. At the end, it was a vision or was it real? Martin Scorsese will not say.
I think that it was real.
I think it was real.
Scorsese seems to suggest it was a vision. It was not. It was not real.
I like either answer honestly, and I love
He
I-
kind of
I-
goes with
and
it.
I
It
love,
doesn't matter, but
yeah, and I love when a movie is open-ended enough that it doesn't matter, and either way it's good.
because Robert De Niro's
Yeah.
character, for him, he says his visions are as much reality to him,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter for his character.
yeah,
I
it's
choose
100% true.
choose to think it's real because it makes a better movie.
This is also the only movie.
I want to believe it's real.
Right.
Yeah, this is the only movie I think where I think that Robert De Niro is physically attractive. I don't know
Oh,
why.
that's interesting.
Like
Yeah.
I really don't.
Someone didn't see Rocky and Bullwinkle.
But like, I take it back. This is one of 2 movies where.
Somebody didn't see The Irishman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, and I don't even know what it is, but I do. He's maybe a little physically attractive in Cape Fear.
That's true in a scary way.
That's
Kind of like
that's
Alex,
something we don't need to break down right now, Alex. But
Well,
you
yeah,
should
no,
talk
we're
to somebody
running a
about that.
podcast.
Alex
time,
likes
I
the
know.
bad boys.
But like,
I like Robert De Niro.
I
Cape
can
Fear.
admit it. No one likes the 4th one.
I like Mark Wahlberg on that roller coaster.
Nate, did this movie make you hate Joker?
Did you already hate Joker?
Yeah, did you?
I
already-
mean,
Did
I
you
was,
not
never,
hate
I
Joker
was never
already?
as
Wait,
big
wait,
of a
wait.
Joker fan as you are.
Oh, I
Wait,
didn't.
You mean the movie, right?
Well, not the movie, just the philosophy behind the fans.
This is a better film than Joker.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it's by far like the easiest thing in the world to see what happened there. Like they just tried to take the King of Comedy and modernize it a bit. That's all they
Well,
did.
the King of Comedy and Taxi Driver.
Yeah, just fucking bullshit is what the Joker.
and they
Joker was
portrayed
bullshit.
Batman a lot better in the King of Comedy.
That's good, Alex. That's
That's a good
really
It's
good.
a good.
All
pull.
right,
Ben, what is the last movie you saw?
the Banshees of Inisherin.
Oh, finally!
I love this film so much.
I thought you were mad at me.
I didn't assign this to you.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
I did.
Nate was mad at me.
Did you not like this?
No, it's just so sad.
been
It's
having
just
a hard
utterly.
time.
This
Oh,
is my way
there's-
of preparing for you
it's
that
a
I'm doing
m-
this for you.
I-
It's
I'd
a
say this-
miserable movie.
This is so good. There's such good like sadness to this film, but also humor. Right?
So Ashley saw me watching this, and
Crying.
I just was like, that movie was so fucking miserable and sad. She's like, then why did you laugh so many times? Because it is. It's
So
the
funny.
it's the definition of a black dark comedy. I mean, it is horribly dark. The film is from 2022. It's set in 1920s Civil War Ireland. They live on an island, not on the main. So it's they're cut off from the Civil War, and it's just about Colin Farrell plays kind of a dumb guy, but not stupid. He doesn't say stupid shit. He's just as boring, and he wants to talk small talk about things that really don't matter. And Brendan Gleeson plays a guy who is a musician and has more to offer to the world, he thinks. And he doesn't want to talk to this guy anymore. And they've been best friends for a long time. And he just stops one day and he goes, I don't like you anymore. But because they live in such a small town and such a small business, everybody knows their business, and why aren't you talking to him? Even the priest, Colin Farrell's sister, everybody's like, "What are you doing? What are you're it's mean. You can't just not talk to a guy." And he's like, I don't have anything to say to him. I don't
But
want to
it's
do this
such
anymore.
a thick Irish accent. Which makes
I
it
don't have anything to say.
I have nothing to say to him.
Oh, I didn't think
I
about it.
couldn't think of it. Fuck.
Feck.
Yeah.
Feck.
Feck. The word
They're always
feck.
after me, Lucky Charms.
It might not break a record for the number of times the word fuck is said, but it's
feck,
definitely
for sure.
feck has been said no more in any other film.
Feck is
Yeah,
wrong with
feckin'
it.
feck.
You're feckin'.
Don't feckin' tell me how to feckin' live my feckin' life.
Well, but I'm glad that you enjoyed this because this is about to become your real life. Because
You'll cut your hand off?
You're not gonna talk to him
we
anymore.
have the pastor.
None of this has been recording. We've just been building up to this point.
This is your intervention.
Yeah.
If you don't stop talking to me, I'm going to cut my hand off.
Sick of your fucking
This
life.
shit-
We're
Your
fucking
fucking
doing
knife.
what
We
you
all want you to start feckin' talking to
Uh,
Brad.
So, in very early on in the film, obviously Brendan Gleeson's character tells him, "I don't want to talk to you anymore." They end up talking a lot throughout the film because Colin Farrell's character just doesn't get it, and he wants
He's
to
like,
keep
why
talking to him.
don't you want
Yeah, what have I done? Nothing. I just want to leave.
But isn't he so sad though?
It's so sad because he's so dumb that he doesn't get it. But again,
sounds
he's
terrible.
not. He's not so.
No, it is kind of terrible.
It is because Colin Farrell is just the nicest guy in the world, and he turns into not a nice guy throughout the course of the film because
Farrell does?
yes, Colin Farrell's character is the nicest, just kind of dopiest, dullest guy. But then he starts kind of lashing out because he won't reciprocate, and so he starts to be. So then the real dumbest guy in town, played by who's that guy?
Oh, Barry Keoghan.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
so good.
He's so fucking good in this. He's got a complicated past with his dad, but the
Okay.
oh no, it's bad.
Ben just always mentions that.
I'm like, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He's got a pretty complicated relationship with his dad. Cameron, him too.
It's funny that you say that because my relationship with my dad was a lot like Ferris and his dad. I just loved him.
Just loved him.
Yeah.
No matter, yeah. Oh,
Called him
Ferris.
pal.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Yeah, I let him stay home when he was sick.
Anyway, must have been.
Didn't wake
Not
him up.
like Cameron.
Hey, must have been
That guy.
feckin' nice. So anyway, early on in the film though, it's probably 20 minutes in, and Colin Farrell's character is been told he doesn't want to talk to him anymore. So he's walking home, and there's a new character is introduced, and it's a cop, and the cop walks right by him, and Colin Farrell says something like "Good morning," and he doesn't talk to him. And I go, oh, is this catching on? Like everybody's gonna stop talking to him? But then Colin mutters to himself, he never fucking says good morning. Like so, it's a catch. I'm like, oh, he got Michael McDonough, who's the director.
Yeah, Michael McDonough.
I was like, he got me.
Yeah.
Like I felt for like maybe all of the people in the town are gonna stop talking to him, but no, it wasn't that. It's just there's a lot of clever things like that kind of push you and pull you. But yeah, it's a very dark movie. It's a very sad movie, very melancholy, and yet I found myself laughing out loud 5 or 6 times where I was like, oh god, that's
one
really
of my
funny.
favorite screenplays of maybe my whole life.
It's-
but
Yeah, it's
certainly
really
the
good.
It's
last
so
6
good.
years.
So
Like,
good.
I haven't even
just-
talked about the sister subplot or her
You have
The
to be-
donkey.
and the donkey and
You have to
no.
be
Yeah.
patient in this film
Yeah.
though, because it is a little bit of a different
oh,
feel.
it's a slow burn for sure. But
you
I
talk about
enjoyed
how
it.
like Colin Farrell like turns into like kind
A
of
bad guy.
a bad person, and it's legitimately because of like this one.
Yep.
And like this
it's a
screenplay is
choice.
just so well.
It's a
and,
good
like,
yeah. So you're right, Alex.
It's just a good reminder of that.
the
like,
idea
your
that
choices
your
can
choices
do so
echo
much,
and they
good
ripple
or
with
bad.
other people. Yeah, you're exactly right.
Yep.
He was turned bad
Yeah.
by a choice that someone else made.
Yeah.
And true, ultimately, it's your responsibility as a
Yeah.
person. But when you have somebody who, and again, I want to be very clear, he's not dim as like, he's
No,
not,
right.
he's
not
not
like
special
he's not
needs.
Like
Or, it's
Dewey
not,
in
yeah,
the
it's not,
screen-
it's not,
right.
Yeah,
yeah.
because if he was special needs, fuck him.
Yeah, no, then you're on your own. Why would anyone be his
That's
friend
not
at
where
that
we were
point?
going, Brad. That's not where we were
That's
going.
not where we're going. You fucking know it. Fuck you. But no, they don't paint him as a really, really dumb
Right.
person. He just is slightly boring,
Yeah.
and he doesn't really have a lot to talk about. And he wants to have the same conversations he's always had, and his friend has just outgrown it. Right? He always talks about how he wants to make music that lives on beyond him, and that conversations and everybody, even though you're nice, nobody will remember you, but people will remember the music from 200 years ago. So I want to make that now. I don't want to be with you anymore. And it is a male breakup.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch, but again, it's punctuated so well with these very clever peaks and valleys, right? We just talked about this. Like the peak of is that relief going to come with comedy? And it does, and you're like, okay, I can take another 15 minutes of this horrible movie because that's what it is.
And nobody's really wrong,
Yeah,
and nobody's really right.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
throughout the whole thing,
Which
like
it's a very
one of the
complicated.
beautiful
you're
parts of the
allowed to
script.
tell somebody that like, hey, dude, this was great, but like,
It no longer serves me.
we're
I don't
like,
really. We're
I'm
growing
moving on,
apart,
man. I'm
Yeah.
making music for forever now.
This is a
And,
movie
like-
about boundaries, is what you're telling me.
Like a little
It
bit.
is.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite things about it actually is, despite the fact that it takes back to time during Irish Civil War and stuff like that, I think it resonates really hard today, especially in an age of like where there's so much toxic masculinity
Oh yeah.
and like incels who like are cut off because of like terrible relationships they've had, whether that's because of friends or something, like they've been shunned because maybe they suck too and they don't realize it. There's just a really interesting parallel, despite being this movie being set so far in the past,
So
of
if-
like tying to modern like male friendship and stuff.
If I'm being any sort of, if I'm trying to be intelligent about this film at all, I think the backdrop of the Civil War and then the juxtaposed with the two characters kind of semantically disagreeing about what is going to last and what isn't going to last. The backdrop of the Civil War being like, that's actually really important. That's really happening in our real lives. We should care about that. And yet neither one of the characters care at all. They make maybe a little small talk about it, but there's a civil war going on, and it's like, I want to make music that lasts, and I just want to talk about my donkey and what he shit it and how he ate today.
Right.
They're both wrong. Because there are much more important things to talk about. But even Brendan Gleeson's character, who wants maybe more, he wants it for the wrong reason. He doesn't even know why he wants to make lasting
But
music. He
don't you
just
feel
wants
so
to do
bad
it.
for him though?
Yes, I feel bad for the both of them.
Yeah.
I feel
you
bad
really
for the
do.
both
Like
of them.
that's the thing. That's what it's such a great screenplay. Is that like you really do at the end of the day? You're like, boy, did you guys make your own messes, and then
Yep.
also, like all humanity is making your own mess.
Yep.
Like, gosh, could you have not done anything different? Of course you couldn't have. Like,
It
this
is
how
one of those
goes.
films where
It's
you,
really good.
when
You
you
should watch
describe to people, like, I don't want to watch it, and then you watch it, and you're
Yeah.
right. You're right, Alex. It opens up this whole
So
world
good.
about the state of humanity.
You pushed back like not wanting to watch it for so long,
Yeah.
even though like everyone was saying it was good, and so like,
I knew it was
you
going to
would
be
love
good,
it when you finally saw
but
it.
I was like one of those like, do I want to be sad today? Like I don't.
And men
Totally
really don't want to watch movies about like friendships failing because I really think it's like what we're most terrified about. Like I really do. So like that concept alone is like super
Yeah.
like off-putting in general in like a lot of concepts. Like, dude, the buddy cops always stay together.
Yep.
Their wives
Yep.
might leave them. Their bad guys
Exactly.
are going to capture them. But the
But
buddy
Martin Lawrence
cops
and Will Smith are not
always
breaking
stay
up.
together. And like
Bad boys for life.
anytime, like friendship,
There's
who's
a
watched
reason
Friendship?
it was Bad Boys for Life.
Right, exactly. And like anytime that is threatened, like it really does mess with dudes.
Yeah.
No, and,
And,
one
like-
one of the things I love about this film too, Alex, is it does allow the sadness of the male characters,
Yeah.
right? Where it's like they're sad, they're genuinely sad, and like it's like there's a scene that he's just like, well, I don't understand, and you just like your heart breaks for
He really doesn't get it.
Yeah.
He just is struggling to comprehend in what world.
Because it doesn't make
it's,
sense.
It's what have I
Because it-
done? It's a what have I done?
to lose your
Are you in?
affection,
And because
your
they use
friendship?
row, the word row. Are you in a row?
Yeah. Are you having a row?
Everybody, are you having a row?
Yeah.
I didn't think we were having a row.
No.
We
It's
might,
just-
well, we might be in a row. I don't know if we're. And it's like he's like second guessing. Are we fighting? Like I have no idea, and I don't think I've done anything to piss him off. And then the character wants to be like, if I've done something, I'm so and it's not that.
And he hasn't.
I
And
just don't want to
really
be
good.
with you
It's so
anymore.
good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Everyone should
Anyway,
watch it. Go watch it.
Don't
What
need
is
to
it
beat a dead
called
horse.
again?
The
Say the
Banshees,
name.
Banshees of Inisherin.
Inisherin.
I'll text it to you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll watch it.
Is it trailer time?
Yeah, if you do the song.
It all depends.
No. We're over that. I'm not allowed to do that
I was
anymore.
trying to help.
Oh yeah, what do you got, Joe?
Trailers. Nothing more than trailers.
Watching
We need
movies
to watch them
with our
now.
friends.
Something about what the
It's
fuck
kinda-
and
Oh,
It's memories.
feels-
He's trying to do memories.
Oh, is
No,
that
I
what
got
it
it.
was?
No, try this.
That feels
I
really
got it.
creepy.
I can hear the melody when it comes from Joe. When you do the melody, it's like watching someone smash a piano with a gorilla.
Trailers. Nothing more than trailers.
I love it.
Is that
It's
not?
beautiful.
Is that
No,
not
but
memories?
when you sing, there is literally
Yeah, when you do it, like you heard
melody.
his, so you knew what to do. But like when you guess what like you think a song sounds like,
Trailers on a vacation far away.
that's your favorite song.
I know
so that
you
doesn't
always
count.
go back to that one.
I love that one.
me.
I
Yeah,
woke
pretty-
up watching.
Do an Elton John
Trailers.
song.
Do you know an Elton John song?
I'm a trailer man burning through the cinema in the sky.
All right, good.
That's what we
Yep,
need.
locked
Is
in.
that-
Nailed it.
It's about all you're gonna get, buddy.
Well, 100%.
Got it,
Nailed it.
man! Wow.
I
Crushed it.
can't tell if you're
Crushed it.
joking or not.
Pitch perfect, my friend.
Fuck all
Look
of
out,
you.
Ewan McGregor, because Ben's going
love
to
it.
remake Moulin Rouge with that killer pipe.
I do have a killer pipe. Yeah.
Man.
boy.
Oh, boy. Yeah, let's talk about some trailers. Wow.
Trailers in the movies.
The first trailer we watched is about a very iconic figure in pop culture, and his name is the Cat in the Hat. And this is a new animated movie from Warner Brothers Animation,
That's nice.
not Illumination, not Pixar, not DreamWorks. And so I'm interested in this because, honestly, I thought this trailer looked a little better than I was anticipating. The animation style is interesting. I do think that there's a bit more clever comedy than we're used to seeing in movies like this, especially previous animated Dr. Seuss adaptations. The fact that Bill Hader and Bowen Yang and the rest of the impressive comedic cast is involved, and it doesn't seem like they're just there just for the paycheck. I'm interested in this. So, where are you guys at?
I'll let the experts chime in. Alex, what'd you think?
I like the animation. I think it looks pretty.
Okay.
I don't like that the Cat in the Hat works for a corporation and is like involved in Monsters Inc. level shenanigans in some shape or form. The final fart joke was good.
Toot fart.
Joke?
Toot fart was so
Toot
funny.
fart was the best thing we watched for the podcast today.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
Joe, are you in agreement with all this, Joe?
100%.
I'm a down thumb on this particular trailer.
I'm with you, Joe.
Thank you. Cat in the Hat has been done as a show. I don't know if you know this. I have children.
This is
so
a movie.
I'm aware.
It was also a decent movie.
Look.
A what?
It was like a Dr. Seuss.
Decent.
Oh, I thought you said Disney.
No, whatever. There's a Dr. Seuss like cartoon back in the day, and then there's live action back in the day. But there's also like a cartoon of Cat in the Hat,
Mm-hmm.
and this feels like they tried to do the cartoon of the Cat in the Hat better. I don't know.
Sounds
I
good
like-
to me.
I like. Okay, great. Good for you.
I respect the voice actors that have signed up.
Thank
I
you.
do.
Yes.
I like the animation style.
It
as
looks
well.
good.
I
It
do.
looks
It does,
really
it
pretty.
does.
And it's a
Like, it
trailer
looks
and
great.
whatever, who knows. With the animation, when they do a trailer, it's like, are they shoehorning every joke they have? Or is this just what's to come? There's so many jokes. So I don't know. You never can
Excellent
tell.
Point. Maybe Toot Fart is the only joke.
So
The only good joke of the
This
whole
just
thing.
also seems like they're trying to set up a franchise or trying to like.
Well,
really...
they're always trying to set up a franchise.
I know,
with these
but that's
kinds
what
of
I'm
things.
saying. Like, it just seems a little try hard to me.
But yeah, so
It seems try hard
Brad,
to me.
it's funny you say that, and I'm not shitting on you, but you're the one that says, you can make a good movie without having to have an ulterior motive. Just make the movie. So now you're defending the. Well, you got to give them some slack because they're just trying to world
Oh
build.
no! I'm not giving him slack, and I think what you're referencing is more so I'm talking about like concentrate on making an original good movie first,
Right.
And I think that to me, like that's what this looks like. I didn't see anything in here that felt like it was like overt franchise creation, other than like they're trying to reestablish like Warner Brothers animation.
Oh yeah!
Warner Brothers animation approach to Dr. Seuss, since there have been so many other adaptations that came before it, whether it's the Lorax, the Grinch, Horton Hears a Who, that this is something different and it's a different kind of universe to play in. So yes, while I do agree that there is an element that could feel like it's setting up a franchise, I don't mind that they have to reinvent the world of Dr. Seuss a little bit in order to establish what they're doing.
They've already announced a Thing 1 and Thing 2 film that they're making.
Sure.
So it's like you're. It just seems.
But
very...
Pixar, but that's an animation thing. They have to announce those movies 3 or 4 years out because it takes that long to make.
Shut up, Brad.
Oh, sorry.
I want to say two
I'd like
things.
to hear from Nate, please.
That's really all I had to say. But, but again, thank you, Joe. Please tell Brad
Brad
to
to shut up anytime.
I want to say two things. First,
Shut up, Alex.
thank you.
Unless you're agreeing with me. Keep going.
First, I think that there were some Looney Tunes vibes
Yes.
to this trailer.
True.
Specifically when he was like going through the box and the box had all the different
was
notes
pretty
on it.
good,
That had
yeah.
a very Bugs
pretty
Bunny
good.
kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
And with the Warner Brothers tag, like I would be like I'm not opposed to this. Like this wasn't a super thrilling trailer.
No, but that's
Uh,
a good call, though.
But like I could at least see where they were going with it.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what my second point was.
My
That's a
favorite.
good point, though.
That was enough.
But,
My
like,
favorite.
like the Looney Tunes vibe, I think was enough for me to be
They-
like, okay.
Are you excited because they've announced that they're building the Seussiverse?
Oh,
right?
I now remember what my second point was. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My
Alex.
second point is that in 2025, we all have to stop being upset when people are trying to create cinematic universes.
Shut up.
Okay, like it's okay that Warner Brothers would like to be able to make 6 movies that make money with Dr. Seuss properties. Like it is like I don't like this movie should be good and it should stand on its own. And if it also builds a larger universe where the Green Egg
Yeah.
and Ham are a character in the next
No,
film,
I agree with that.
that's fine.
But I
But I also don't think it's fair anymore as consumers for us to get riled up at the idea that Warner Brothers would really like to create a Seussiverse and have a Seussiverse
No, it's-
with the
But
Seussiverse
are
thing,
you creating a
and
film
we're instantly
for
going
the
to judge
Seussiverse?
them for it.
No, but that's the thing. It's not really about the idea of creating the universe because, like, sure, that's what every studio wants. They want a franchise that they can milk and they can make
Right,
movies.
that's
out
what
of.
I'm saying.
My problem, and I think a lot of people's problem, comes these days largely in the shadow of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
at
is
the
it's-
expense
it's,
of,
it-
right?
at the expense of, and it's always blatant to like shoehorn it in there to be like,
Sure.
hey guys, we got a bunch more movies if you like this one. So like, there's a way to introduce and tease it without being overt and just obvious about it.
I honestly don't think that there is anymore. I think that what they
But
did
that's
with,
lazy to
I
me,
think
then.
they did with the MCU was a one-time thing that can never happen again, and you might as well just telegraph it to me. Like, hey, there's going to be a Thing movie in 2 years. If you liked this shit, there's going to be some more shit to eat in 2 years.
I see both sides. I think these days it's possible to do what they did with the MCU when you make a movie that you take a risk on, because Iron Man was an enormous risk back then. Seems like a no-brainer now, right? But
Sure.
it was an enormous risk with an untested director and a star in recovery still.
Was it John Favreau?
John Favreau was not a household name at all.
Man, that's
not even a little
really.
bit.
No,
It was
he had
a huge risk.
terrible success after Zathura.
Yeah, and no one wanted Robert Downey Jr.
Nobody wanted him. I still think that it's possible to do the MCU these days. Like they took a huge risk on Robert Downey Jr. They took a huge risk on John Favreau. They made Iron Man. It was a big success. But when the MCU, and because they didn't know how to shoehorn shit in then, because they just didn't know that you could do that.
Yeah.
So then they had Thor, Captain America. They just let these things do it. They very subtly had Hawkeye in Thor in the Crow's Nest, but it was not shoehorned in at all. You just thought that's a character. Like they were able to put people in movies that you would know later. Oh shit, that was the guy from this. But it didn't ever feel shoehorned. You're allowed to do that these days. Just nobody's taking the time for the slow burn anymore. You technically do it.
Well, yeah, but
make a
even-
really good movie and then do it again and again without shoehorning shit in. You can do it. They're not gonna, because they don't have to anymore. Because to your point, people are looking for it and they think it's okay. DC shit the bed horribly by trying to just shoehorn Justice League down our throats immediately, where the Avengers happened in 2012 was 4 full fucking years after Iron Man. Like, you let that gestate for 4 years. I would like to know how quickly they tried to assemble the DC shit and throw it down our throats. It was not
Immediately.
right. So that just it didn't feel earned.
You're right.
And so when there's more of a slow burn, and again, if studios would listen, maybe if we had some sort of studio system that didn't, much like politics, reward the simple action that gets us success now. But if I'm not the studio head in 10 years, the studio is actually going to be much better off. But fuck that! I need to get my bonus now,
Right.
and I need to put a Looney Tunes in Will Forte's movie. I didn't do that, so fuck it. Put it on the shelf, even though it's a great movie, which happened. Right? These are so short-sighted people that are running studios. You need an immediate response now, and that's why you're not going to see the new MCU. You're just not, because everybody wants results fucking now.
Yeah, that's true.
So what you're saying is we need to change the compensation structure of the studios.
The old economist getting in here.
Sorry, in order to get better films, franchises, at least.
I would argue that it's the entire compensation structure for corporations in general.
You should, the quality of the product
Fucking
that comes out
Marxist.
and how you treat your employees should be dependent on how much you get paid. Yes, the Rotten Tomatoes score should be tied to your salary.
I love that.
Is the best defense I have for Rotten Tomatoes as a unit of measure is the critical score means that's your bonus for the year.
Sorry, you would have gotten a bonus this year, but you made Madam Web.
I mean, there is a little bit of truth to what.
Well,
Ben
it wasn't my fault. No,
Sorry about you.
the studio note said I only want Dakota Johnson for this.
I mean, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon's studio is a little bit like that. Everyone gets kind of a
Yeah.
minimal salary, and
And
then they
let's
all share
not doing a bit here.
profits.
How successful have the movies that have made so far have been? Have they been? I don't know much about
They've
it.
had some pretty successful.
Yeah, I mean,
films.
they did Air. They did what are the ones that they did?
I'll look it
Have
up.
they done much without them in it? Because
Because
I would posit that's a pretty.
well,
We had Ben Affleck
Yeah,
and Matt Damon,
Matt Damon.
did pretty well.
because they. I mean, it's their company, so
I
they're-
know, I
they're-
know.
So they're making movies that either like they want to direct or star in.
Sure.
So
No, and again, I don't begrudge them whatsoever. I think it's an amazing studio system.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, hey, the grip on the set gets a lot of more money than he normally
You
would
know,
make.
one of the
how
most
much
recent
passion?
films they
How
did
much
was
passion do you think they've got
The
for that?
Accountant
Then?
2
Yeah.
was under their
Say it again?
studio.
Yeah.
The Accountant 2 was under their studio.
I loved the account.
yeah, we know, Joe.
Hey, listen, I am still
Last
excited,
time.
Joe. I haven't seen it yet, still, because I'm a piece of shit. But I'm so excited to see it. I really am.
Good, you should be.
Speaking of which, Ben still hasn't watched Sinners, so we'll get there.
You need to do that.
I told you that I watched the Banshees
I'm
of
letting
Inisherin.
the readers know because you didn't watch your assignment from
I
last.
already
I know.
said this. I already said this in the
I
podcast.
get it.
I already said it. I already said it.
I'm
out loud.
reminding them.
No one's judging.
The second
one's
trailer we
You know,
watched.
we had a really
No,
good
go ahead.
conversation about the first trailer, so let's go.
Second trailer was Springsteen, Man from
I
Nowhere,
don't-
Whatever.
I
Not
don't
even
care.
Give,
I
couldn't give
don't
it. Yeah,
care.
less of a
So,
shit.
I'm
Could
gonna-
not
Don't care.
any less.
I
could not
I
care
love
less.
Bruce Springsteen.
Of
so
course
I'm
you
Oh,
do.
fuck you,
I
Midwest
love a good
bastard
Bruce.
with
What?
that
I love a
haircut.
good Bruce.
Of course you
Whoa,
do.
whoa, all right,
Whoa,
everybody.
chill out.
Again, can't all talk at once.
I love Bruce.
That's what you think.
Bruce. The reaction I immediately had after watching the trailer with Joe and Alex was I said, this feels a lot like, Dewey Cox has to think about his whole life before he goes on stage.
You also don't like. You notably not like Jeremy Allen White, right?
It's not even remotely true.
And Jeremy, you don't like Jeremy Strong either, though.
Oh my gosh.
Listen,
Or you hate.
It's just Jeremy,
you hate Paul Walter Hauser.
of course.
Who's playing Courtney Cox?
Sorry.
All I want to know.
It's a Bruce Springsteen
I
music
am
video
genuinely-
reference.
Hey, for somebody who doesn't do a lot of music puns
No, it's pretty
or
good.
jokes here, that's
Courtney
pretty good.
Cox is in the Bruce Springsteen music video for the song that's
All of them? She's in all of them?
Yeah.
Are we
Well
not
done. Well played.
tired of boomers telling us how important their music was?
He-
I mean, Jesus.
Listen, I'm sure Bob Dylan.
Christ.
I'm sure
Wow.
Bob
With
Dylan
the
means
Bruce
something.
Springsteen.
Let me say this.
Wow.
As a Bruce
Oh.
Springsteen fan,
He means nothing to me. Bob Dylan means nothing to
yeah,
me.
nothing. Like less than
If
nothing.
I hear a Bob Dylan song, I turn it off.
This is
and
not
I-
Bruce Springsteen.
No, I know. I'm
I
just
know,
talking
but
about
he's
like
saying
boomer music.
anybody, right? Like,
If you play me a Bob Dylan song, I'm gonna fucking turn it off and make fun of you because that shit doesn't matter and it didn't even matter back
oh
then.
my God, yes
Whoa,
it does.
No,
By the
hold
way,
on.
but
Hold-
also
hold
Fuck
hold
all
on.
of this.
Hold on.
Wow.
That's trash.
From the sunrise to the sunset, it can all go to hell. No, it's god awful.
So here's the thing. I don't think Bob Dylan is a great vocalist.
Sucks.
I think he did,
Sucks.
but I think he did some important things with
Nope.
electric music.
Didn't
no,
really.
Bob Dylan is a fantastic songwriter. You guys are all
Hold
right.
on. Changing folk music.
Shut up, Brad.
What does that
I'm
mean?
on your side, you dumb fuck.
Great songwriter. Congratulations.
He-
But you're not being forceful enough.
He, I do think. I do think.
Hold on. Brad goes, I'm on your side, you dumb fuck. And he goes, I don't think you're being emphatic enough. I think you need to be a little bit more hardcore. I'm not sure what wording you would like him to use because
Well,
he's like, I'm on your
trying to
side.
be all like nuanced.
dumb-
I
It's
think-
relevant to
I
the-
think Bob
the
Dylan
previous
has
statement.
some like with electrical guitar. It's like
Everybody
no,
is
Bob
saying that
Dylan
Bob
is one of the
Dylan
greatest
sucks.
American songwriters. Anybody that doesn't agree is dumb.
No,
My-
I
Name
think
his
you're
best
right,
song.
Nate.
What's his best song?
What?
What's his best song?
His whole catalog is good. What are you
No,
talking
what's his best
about?
one? Name his best song.
I mean, the times of day are changing.
no, everybody
Time
stop.
to change it. Yeah,
no,
that would
what's,
be
okay.
literally his best song. Yeah. but
Okay, which stanza of the times they are changing affects you the most?
Pressing
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Pressing on is my favorite song of his.
No, that's not what I
No,
asked.
wait. Which
What
stanza? I know
stanza-
which. I'm sorry. Which stanza of that Smashing Pumpkin song you really like is the best one of all time?
The embers never fade in the city by the lake.
Okay,
The place
Nate,
where I was
your
born.
turn.
I actually truly.
Which stanza really affects you? Which
This
one
is
really
this
gets
is
to
turning
you?
into name
owns you
name
from start
3
to
songs,
finish.
you poser. That's what
I
this
know.
is turning
No,
into.
it's really not.
Name 3
It's way
songs.
more important
So
than that. 'cause he's
pressing
he's
on
the greatest
is a
American
Bob Dylan
songwriter.
song that he writes
That's
about.
not what I asked about. Not what I asked about.
Wait, hold
What
on.
stanza in the
Wait.
song that you
need
named
to
is the
stop
song you
talking.
care about?
You need to stop talking
Yeah, we're gonna
for
cut
just a
all this,
moment.
but-
I know this
Yeah,
is
I
not
know,
even
yeah,
making
no,
it
we're
right.
cutting all
no,
this.
we're
Okay,
fine.
so I will say I am a fan of Bruce Springsteen, but I don't like films being made about people that are not dead yet.
Okay, I like that stance too.
And so, like, I feel like make a film about Bruce Springsteen. That's fine when he's dead, right? Like, I just don't feel like it's the time to make a film about Bruce Springsteen. I like Bruce Springsteen. I think he writes some really great songs. I think he does really good work for blue collar Americans. These kind of things.
I
just and I'm a fan of Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Even though I was giving a bit of a defense of Bob Dylan, he's not one of my favorite artists by any means. I don't love him. I don't.
But you do recognize his role.
Yeah,
in
not
American
quite to the
comedy.
level that you think, but like, yeah. But
Oh, man.
but I really
I love it.
But I thought A Complete Unknown was really good.
Yeah, Ben hated it.
It hit some.
Hated it.
It hit some of the cliche
Never saw it.
hallmarks
Because you
of
wouldn't see it.
typical biopics. But what I appreciated about it
Biopics.
was that it didn't do a cradle to grave story, even though obviously Bob Dylan's still alive, but it didn't try to encompass his whole life. It encompassed this very specific section of his career. And I think too many biopics try to encapsulate
Yes.
everything.
It's true. No, I
They
do.
do.
everything about a
encapsulating the
musician in a 2-hour movie, and that's exhausting, especially because it's always the same thing. Oh, they don't get how brilliant he is. Oh, but this record company's gonna take a chance on him. Oh, and look out, he's a big hit. And
then
man,
he
look
made
at all the influence he had and all the waves he made.
But they got too big for his britches.
Yeah, and
here's the downfall.
drugs
Lot
and
of
hitting
drugs.
women and
Whereas
jumping off
a film
bridges.
like Walk the Line took Johnny and June's story and they just said, let's just focus on that.
Yeah,
right?
and the thing is,
And Johnny
is
Cash could have had
Walk the
4 other
Line,
movies
Walk the
about
Line
him, but-
does follow that formula.
Would you
but
say that
but
it walks the line?
Oh boy.
legitimately, yes,
Yes.
because it's the best to do it, and that's the standard for cliche now. To the point that Walk Hard used it as its like the backbone of the parody.
And I'm a huge Johnny Cash fan, and there's 1,000 other stories they could have told about Johnny
Yeah.
Cash. They included one of the most fascinating ones, his love of June Carter, right?
yeah,
And so
but
Okay,
so
then-
Springsteen. From the trailer anyway, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't know for sure. Maybe
Right.
I could end up liking it
There
the
was a
same way
trailer?
that I like the Bob
it'll
Dylan
be
one.
a good film because the people in it are good. I think
I
it's
tell you,
gonna
the
be
one
a
thing that I
decent film.
hated in this trailer is that voiceover from Jeremy Strong. Well, Bruce
I
Springsteen
agreed. I agreed.
didn't have
That
was
a
not
proper
good.
floor.
I
There was a
agreed.
hole, and he's trying
That
to
was
fix that
terrible
hole.
writing.
And he's trying to fix
Terrible
them. There.
writing.
Oh, just tell me the fucking metaphor for the whole goddamn movie.
Yeah. No, and also Bruce Springsteen sucks. So the
Springsteen's
movie's not
great.
Have you
but
heard that
also-
one song that he did?
Yeah, the one they played in there. Yeah, the Tramps. They were born to run.
What about Scott Cooper?
Hold on, hold on.
Wait, wait,
Scott
wait.
Cooper.
Hold on,
wait.
wait. I got one. Watching some trailer.
It was
So
Elvis.
no,
but-
It was Elvis.
I do like Scott Cooper. Crazy Heart is really good.
Crazy Heart was pretty good.
Out of the Furnace is also pretty
Antlers. Did you like Antlers?
I haven't seen Antlers.
Antlers gets a lot of people like Antlers.
Out of the Furnace is okay.
good. I said it's pretty good.
It's not. It's just okay. It's so heavy-handed.
Well, yeah,
No
I,
one likes the
I don't
fourth
disagree, but that's why I think it's only pretty good.
Shut up.
What about the Pale Blue Eye?
I haven't seen that one either.
That got some good ratings, but I didn't see it either.
But yeah, so Springsteen.
And this is a biopic about his
Biopic. Motherfucker.
it's biopic. It's biopic. But go ahead.
Sorry.
This is a
Wait,
biopic
pause,
about the
pause,
album
pause,
that
pause.
turned him into America's song
Shut up. You're
master.
dumb.
Wow.
I like Joe when he drinks.
Jeremy Allen White though does do his own singing in this movie.
Which I always love in a good biopic.
Shut up.
No, and I do think
Just
that
be
will ultimately be impressive because that's one thing that Rami Malek didn't do in
is
Bohemian
correct.
Rhapsody. So.
But he still won all the awards, so how's that happen?
well, it's because
Because Queen is awesome.
Yeah, that's true, and the Academy's dumb. So
Okay, wait. If I'm hearing anything from kind of collectively, even though we all have very different music tastes, it's that a biopic is great when it has a story to tell, right?
Yeah.
So we don't want to tell
or a focused story,
or a
anyway.
focus. Yeah, right. So
Right.
like we want to tell a good story, which could be a focused or non-focused, but it's a good story. That's the point, right?
I think the point is it is very hard to capture an entire life in 2
Yeah.
hours. So
Yes.
you really need to focus on an era or a game-changing moment.
Exactly.
Or a storyline, as in the romance,
Yeah.
right?
Now,
You got to focus on something.
And
You can't
on
just
that
do it
note,
all.
I wasn't like super thrilled with the trailer. Like it was fine. I'll probably see it, but I'll tell you what, they hit that note for you because they clearly made it obvious that they were focusing on an album, a particular album. This album apparently had some.
Well,
sort of-
1982's album Nebraska is what
In
they're
that one
focusing
part,
on.
like
anyway.
this was
No, this
like,
film
this
is
was,
about the making of
The
Nebraska.
This is a
Nebraska.
very
Only that?
clearly,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like it's very pointed. It's not whole Bruce
So it's focusing
Springsteen's
only
life,
on that.
right? It's like
So you're
it's
gonna
like
love
an
it, Brad.
event. So, I have a feeling
According to Wikipedia, anyway.
we'll all like.
Is Born
The
to
movie.
Run on that album?
It's gotta be,
No, but
'cause
it
they
doesn't mean that
freaking
they're
say
not
it
going
at
to
the
talk a
end.
little
That's
bit about
why I'm
some other
asking.
things. But again, though,
They're
like
not just talking about it. It's
Okay,
clearly
but
a big
they
scene.
sang it at the
okay,
end of
stop
the
though, because
I'm
again,
asking-
Walk the
no,
Line
because-
is about June Carter and Johnny, but they still talk about Johnny's upbringing.
The difference is that movie came out 15 fucking years ago, and we've had a bunch of movies just like
Yeah,
it
but this
since
is
then.
based on a book about the formation of the album Nebraska.
That's
by-
fine, but my question still stands. Does that mean they're not going to cover anything else at all in the movie?
But it's
Well,
a
we're gonna
trailer,
talk
so we
about
don't
his
know.
upbringing.
They will
Right,
talk about
I know
his
that's
upbringing
why it's
and
a
the
question.
hole in
though.
the floor. Which what the fuck is that?
Am I
Yeah,
going
that
to
was
have
a
to hear
dumb-
Born in the USA when I go see this movie? Or am I not going to have to hear
Am
Born
I
in the USA?
am I gonna have to hear Born in the
You
USA
shouldn't have to hear it.
sitting
Okay.
next to a
well,
guy?
then maybe
By
I'll
the
go.
way, Born in the USA is a great protest song.
No, I was saying.
Yeah, we
no,
all know that.
No, no,
Nate, and we've known it for
Ah,
a long
based-
time.
Whoa.
No.
Based
Hey,
on what I
there's
saw at
a
the
lot of
parade.
people-
I'm not going to walk down the path of idiots who don't know that. You're
I
right. There are
think
plenty of
most people
idiots who don't
don't
know
know
that.
that.
I think that
No
if
one
you
in
were to
this basement
poll,
doesn't know
if
that.
you were to poll most people,
No one in
they'd
this
be
basement
like,
doesn't
"No,
know
it's about
that.
being proud to be
That's
American."
fine. I don't hang out with most
It's
people.
not-
They're not here. They're not with
It's
me.
not an
They
immigrant
don't
song.
like Springsteen.
I'm with Alex.
Like,
I don't
no.
know. I don't know
We're
what
all
you're talking
aware
about.
that Born in the USA is a great protest song. And if you don't know that, you probably are an idiot.
I'm an idiot.
Well, we know who you voted for, Joe.
Well, thanks for inviting Alex and Joe, Brad. This
No
has
one
been
likes the fourth one.
fantastic. One of the points I wanted to make was Walk the Line did its job so that Walk Hard could do its job, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't know that there are too many other married films like that, because Airport 76 was the impetus for Airplane, but Airport 76 wasn't this world-renowned, amazing Oscar winner, right?
I mean, it sparked a franchise, though.
no, I did, but it was very popular.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like Walk the Line we're talking about as the best one to do it.
Yeah.
And then Walk Hard became a parody of that, parodying the best one, and it is probably, other than maybe Popstar, in my opinion, one of the best parodies
Yeah.
of its ilk. So are there other parody movies that, like Scary Movie, obviously,
And
is an
Scream.
amalgamation to Scream, and the original Scream's very good.
Yeah.
I wonder how many direct parodies come from a really, really good movie, or just an amalgamation of like a lot of different movies.
I mean, Young Frankenstein
Encapsulates.
is probably one of
Yes.
the better examples
Yeah,
of that
exactly.
because it's a love letter to Universal monster movies, but it also perfectly parodies them.
So thank you. That's an incredible point, because it is a love letter. It is not it's not punching down to the filmmakers that
Yeah.
made Frankenstein movies.
Right.
It is saying, I love
It's
this
an
so much.
appreciation. Yep.
Look at what I'm doing here and elevating it to comedy. And my hope is that you like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
And Walk Hard, I think, did that.
Wow.
I don't think it punched down at all to like what came
Well,
out before.
I don't think
it no, hold on. It punched down on the films that tried to be Walk the Line but weren't. But I don't think it punched
Yes.
down on Walk the Line.
No, I would agree. I would agree
Wow.
with that because it's Walk the Hard is most largely
Walk the Hard?
Yeah, I
Walk the
love
Hard. Walk
Somebody
Hard.
had too much to
Sometimes
drink.
Ashley will be like, "Do you want to walk the hard, or can I just go to bed?"
Walk Hard is
Gross.
Walk Hard is mostly inspired by both Walk the Line and Ray. And after Ray, like,
Was that the sequel?
yep,
Ray and After Ray.
after Ray. The biopics that came after that, they just like the formula was clear, and that's what Walk Hard was trying to like point out. It's like every movie you see about musicians like this is
Right.
is the same. But yeah, it doesn't take anything away from Walk the Line because obviously Walk the Line did it first. There wouldn't be anything to parody if
That's fair.
that wasn't there.
You know they made an X-rated version of the movie Ray.
What's it called, Ben?
Ray Ban.
Well done.
Well, this has been an episode of Go Flix Yourself. Thank you so much for coming. Joe Mazur was here. Alex Pappas was here.
Good job.
They were sober. Brad, where can the people find you?
Can I ask, real quick, because I do want, this is going to sound like it's a bit, but it's not, legit clarification as to, did you go A to C with that joke?
Ray Band?
Yeah.
Like it's
Because I thought you were going to say X-ray.
I mean, either one works. Honestly, X-ray.
There's some workshopping that needs to be done, but it's fine.
I would
It's
say
fine.
in my brain, in the 0.2 seconds I thought about it, I didn't think about it. I just say Ray Ban would
Couple
be
drinks in. I mean, I'm sorry, Brad.
Ray Bans are sunglasses.
No.
He wears sunglasses.
No, I get it. It
So
was
X-ray
still-
specs would have been, but Ray Bans are like that. It seemed cleaner.
No,
It's just like, why you get judgy hour
No,
and
no,
34
I'm not-
minutes
no,
into
no.
the
He's been judgy the whole time.
It's just a question.
No,
It's just a
I was
question.
legitimately asking because it felt like both worked, and like obviously,
Oh, why choose one over the other?
I was curious what your brain thought
literally
was.
because Ray Charles wore dark sunglasses, and
Makes
those
sense.
are like
No, for
Ray-Bans.
sure.
That's exactly why I did it.
Makes sense.
All right.
Did you know he was blind?
I didn't. Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Joe, for coming.
They almost
up.
called it Blind Ray.
What if the entire movie of Ray was just about that he was blind? Nothing about the music.
What if it was a POV movie?
just
A black screen with audio.
Just a guy bumping into shit. Ow. Oh, why didn't you tell me it was there? Arguing with his assistant. The sofa moved? Come on. Anyway, where can the people find
The
you, Brad?
funnest scene
Oh
would
my
have been
God, I'm
when
trying
he's-
to wrap it up.
when he's-
I am trying so hard.
Could you
everybody.
imagine how awesome the scene would have been if he was doing the Pepsi commercial?
You're doing a good job.
Diet Pepsi.
One baby, not Diet Pepsi, you dumb.
If it's irresistibly,
Instead of-
hypothetically, analytically,
Just don't ask him where people can find him.
I am. I'm only gonna say one more thing, and then we'll get to the exit. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Nah, cheating, eh?